on board to end the government shutdown. Thune telling colleagues Thursday his stopgap funding bill will fund the government until January, and a full year of funding for veterans and food assistance programs and more. Democrats have made renewal of Obamacare subsidies that are set to expire at the end of the year a core requirement for their support. Senate has voted down a continuing resolution 14 times so far. Travelers bracing for chaos as today is the day flights are being reduced at the country's busiest airports because of the government shutdown.
The FAA has ordered airlines to reduce the number of flights by 4% starting today, ramping up to 10% next week at the nation's busiest airports, including Atlanta, Denver, Dallas, Orlando, Miami, and San Francisco. The National Air Traffic Controller Association President Nick Daniels says staffing issues are getting worse as they've now missed 2 paychecks and some workers are having trouble paying for gas, food, and childcare.
There was a trainee today that before I just left the office to come here said, I've been evicted.
United says some regional and domestic flights that do not fly between hubs will be impacted. Delta and American say they anticipate most travel will carry on as scheduled, but they will help schedule changes and offer refunds to those impacted. Jessica Rosenthal, Fox News.
A statement from Joint Base Andrews spokesperson confirming multiple people fell ill last night after an individual opened a suspicious-looking package. They were taken in and evaluated, treated by medical personnel, and were later determined to be in stable condition and were subsequently released. The building and a connecting building were evacuated. First responders were dispatched to the scene, and they also determined there were no immediate threats. America's listening to Fox News.
93 WIBC Mobile News. On the level. On the go.
Lots of cops, crime scene tape, and somebody taken off in an ambulance. Nothing on radar. 51 degrees in downtown Indianapolis, going up to 65. Right now, a thick band of showers is hovering over Logansport, then moving north. As showers progress, we could see rain in Indy by 8:30. I'm Ryan Hedrick. Here's what's trending at 6:02.
The suspect did fire shots. He was armed. We have recovered a firearm from his vehicle. We've also recovered shell casings in and around his vehicle that we believe came from his gun.
That's Indiana State Police Sergeant John Perrine talking Thursday about a shooting involving Fishers Police and Caleb Wise, the guy that they say killed someone last March.
We also have damage to one of the police vehicles that is consistent with gunfire.
Wise was taken to the hospital, and he's in rough shape this morning. A woman is dead after a shooting late last night along East 10th Street in Indy. It started as a 2-car crash outside a food pantry, but things escalated. Several people got into a fight. Someone opened fire. The woman was taken to the hospital, but she didn't make it. The state of Indiana is suing Indianapolis Public Schools, saying the district is blocking federal immigration enforcement on school campuses.
Now, those kinds of sanctuary policies are bad in any context, and they are especially troubling if they're in schools. Schools across the country have sometimes been infiltrated by criminal, illegal aliens.
Indiana Attorney General Todd Rokita filed the suit Thursday in Marion County. It accuses IPS of making it too difficult for ICE agents to do their jobs. There's a big weather shift on the way. Jason Puma, National Weather Service, Indianapolis, says parts of Indiana could soon see snow, though central Indiana might miss out this time.
However, up further north, this time of year, we get into what's called lake effect season. And you have that cold air going across that warmer lake, and that can result in some heavier areas of snow.
Puma expects some rain today, as I mentioned at the top, about 8:30, and a bit of wind. And the last 48 hours for Indianapolis Colts quarterback Sauce Gardner have been insane.
I didn't even have time to like process it all the way. I just knew I was coming into a great situation. So I was running in circles in the house.
And Sauce spoke to the media Thursday. He cleared concussion protocol. He's set to go for the game at Berlin on Sunday. I'm Ryan Hedrick on the level, on the go, and at WIBC.com. Traffic and weather together in 1 minute on a Friday morning at 6:04.
The biggest Black Friday sale ever is going on now at Thompson Furniture and Mattress in Columbus. Save up to $800 on top brand mattresses from Tempur-Pedic, Stearns & Foster, and Sealy. Indiana-made Smith Brothers of Bern is holding their factory-authorized sale with the lowest price in 2025 and 50% off all Flex Deal and Lazy Boy. Free delivery, cash discounts, interest-free financing. Hurry, sale ends Monday only at Thompson Furniture and Mattress in Columbus.
Stuck in a job that just isn't getting it done? Maybe it's time to go for IT. Whether you're just starting out, switching careers, or a military veteran ready for change, My Computer Career can help you launch a rewarding career in IT in months. No prior experience needed. Why spend years getting a traditional degree when your future in IT can start right now? Take the free career evaluation at mycomputercareer.edu today. Your most powerful upgrade? Your career. Go for it. Go for IT. Financial aid is available to those who qualify, including VA benefits.
Early issues this Friday morning, southbound 65. We've got two right lanes blocked with an overturned semi near West Street. Looks like it's closer to Capitol, and crews have shut down that Illinois Street, Meridian Street exit as well. So be sure and watch out for that early this morning. Again, southbound 65 right near Capitol. Meanwhile, you've got the Monumental Marathon happening this weekend. Plenty of road closures in place for that. This traffic report is sponsored by King's Hawaiian Sliders. Eli Manning reminds you there's nothing like football in King's Hawaiian Sliders. King's Hawaiian Sliders make you a winner on game day. Pick them up this weekend in the bakery or deli section of your grocery store. I'm Dominic Fortini with Traffic on the Fives. Follow us on X at WIBC Traffic.
Marcus Bailey, Wish TV meteorologist. What are we doing?
Hey, Tony. Good morning. Happy Friday. We are keeping an eye on a line of showers. Even a few rumbles of thunder that have worked into western Indiana, probably arriving here over the next couple of hours. Not going to be an all-day rain, but if you're a late morning commuter, you might have to deal with it here with a few showers and thunderstorms. By late morning, rain is gone, and we'll actually see some sunshine. It should be a really nice afternoon. A little breezy, but today's high 66, so still very mild. Partly cloudy, quiet tonight, a low down to 41. Saturday, daytime hours dry, partly cloudy. Rain arrives for the early evening hours, 60 for your high, and then the bottom drops out. Sunday, rain could mix with snow at times, 42. Monday, mostly cloudy, cold with a few flurries and highs only in the upper 30s.
Good Lord, man.
I know. I know. Just like that, here comes winter. But I will say this, Tony. By next Wednesday, we're back up to 60 again. So.
And where are we on Thanksgiving?
Well, we're still a ways out. Little too far to tell for that. But.
Look at you. You're trying to give me some forecasting good news. When I want my forecasting good news, you're like, well, settle down.
That's a long way off.
Let's just whoa up, kid.
Good enough to smoke some meats, which I'm assuming you would probably be doing, right?
Yeah, but I don't care what the weather is. I'm going to smoke the meat anyway. That's just
right.
Natural.
That's all that matters.
Yes, correct. Accurate. Marcus Bailey, go live your life. Go do good things. Make good choices. Wish TV meteorologist. Appreciate you. 51 degrees in the American Standard Heating Weather Center. The time is 6:08.
Mr. President, given these modifications that are being made to air travel, the other disruptions with the government shutdown, do you think it's time for Republicans in Congress to change their negotiating position at all?
In what way?
To start making concessions to Democrats?
Well, I think it's time for them to end the filibuster and just put everybody back to work. Vote in voter ID, vote in no mail-in voting except for military, faraway military, and people that are very sick. I'd like to see one-day voting. I'd like to see not 65 days of voting from all over the place. No, I'd like to clean up the elections. The border, we've done a great job. We have a great, strong border now. But I'd like to see new rules on immigration that could be fair and good, but rules that you'll never get, rules that they're never going to get. There's so many things we could put in, including tax cuts that we could get, and we could do it all ourselves. But to do that, you have to end the filibuster.
And that's just not happening. Tony Katz, 93 WIBC. Good morning. What's going on with you? They're not doing it. And you have to look at the downside. You have to recognize what's coming. You don't want to do it. Now, I didn't say it wasn't going to come. I'm saying I'm a no. I'm a yes on redistricting. I'm a no on ending the filibuster. What can I say? I'm persnickety like that. But the idea that there should be any concessions Nah. No. I would argue that the Republican Party should simply say, look, we've passed this thing. Here it is. That's it. And let it be. Tony, you understand people are getting hurt. I understand Democrats are hurting people. Yes, you see what I did there? You understand that flights have been cut 10% and they will be cut more because air traffic controllers aren't getting paid. You understand this? Yes, I understand that my mother will probably not be able to make it to Indianapolis because Democrats won't open the government. See what I did there? I meant it too. That's it. Someone has to walk up to Chuck Schumer in the middle of an interview and say, Chuck, you don't get it. This is the state of affairs until you change it. Complain all you want. We don't give a blank. And walk away. And walk away. And you say to me, my gosh, you're so cavalier with the lives of other people. I am saying that there are always lives of other people. But this has to end. And this does not end if you say, all right, now the pain's too much. You're telling the left that if you're just willing to inflict more pain, you'll get what you want, and they will always inflict more pain. It's like a government program. When do they end a government program? No. They fight like heck to keep it going and growing, and then adding 1, 2, 5, 143 different new programs. These things only stop if they stop. And now that the election is over, the off-year election, Democrats did well. Well, you see, this gives us strength to keep going. Pain for power. That's their argument. I don't think you should give in to that. This is where we're at. I didn't want to be in this place. I would rather senators did their damn job and we had a budget. But we don't, and they don't, so here we are. Don't give them a quarter. Don't give them an ounce. Don't give them an inch. Oh, I should say don't give them any quarter. That would be right. Because, don't give them a quarter. That's just weird. Don't do it. Here's the continuing resolution. Vote for this. We can do anything you want after that. And you'll get what you want after that. But here's the continuing resolution. Have a nice day. But it ain't going to happen if you don't get in Chuck Schumer's face. And I do think that the conversation has to shift from the speaker to people who play a much stronger type of ball. I will get into that story. Tony Katz, 93 WIBC. Good morning.
This is Gary Dick. Is Buc-ee's busting a move to Central Indiana at 6:32? Brought to you by the 12,000 Hoosier men and women with Laborist District Council and affiliated local unions that build Indiana. We are LIUNA.
Football is back, and so are great hairlines. We Grow Hair Indy has helped former local professional football players get back in the game with full natural hair. You don't have to play pro ball to get pro-level results. Hey, it's Rob, and I knew I picked the right team when I needed a Hail Mary for my hair. I called We Grow Hair Indy. Whether you're tailgating, coaching, or watching from the couch, do it with confidence. Trade the sidelines for a hairline. Get back in the game at We Grow Hair Indy. Schedule your free evaluation today at WeGrowHairIndy.com. That's WeGrowHairIndy.com or call 317-522-2995. That's 317-522-2995. Enjoy being out and about this fall. Enjoy watching the games in person with your friends with confidence you haven't had in years. And you can do it with a trip to We Grow Hair Indy. 317-522-2995. 317-522-2995. Tell them Rob sent you.
Hey, Pat Sullivan here. Well, it's that time again. The Christmas season is officially underway, and we're kicking it off in style. Join us this Friday through Sunday for our holiday open house at Sullivan Hardware and Garden. We've turned the stores into a Christmas wonderland filled with unique gift ideas, festive decor, and one-of-a-kind ornaments you won't find anywhere else. Pick up your open house coupons for extra savings up to 25% off select items. You'll also find Indiana's largest selection of pre-lit Christmas trees from 2-foot to 14-foot tall, and every one of them is up and glowing at our Keystone and Allisonville stores. And right now, take an extra 10% off all artificial trees, already priced 30% off. The best prices of the season. So come on in, get inspired, and kick off your holidays with us at Sullivan's. 71st and Keystone, 49th and Penn, Cicero, and Allisonville Home and Garden by Sullivan in Fishers.
Traffic on the 5s. Dominic Fortini in for Matt Baer, who did not clear his assignment with me. That is just rude and wrong. But we'll take it, Dominic. Good to have you here. What's going on, man?
Oh, always a pleasure. Got an overturned semi. That's not going to go well this morning. 2 right lanes are shut down southbound 65 near West Street. Also have the exit ramp to West Street closed. This will be in place for most of the morning rush as crews work to upright the semi, clear the area, and all that jazz. Again, southbound 65, the off-ramp to West, and you've got 2 right lanes blocked at West because of an overturned semi. The rest of our area, got light traffic volume at this early morning hour. Traffic is sponsored by Fox One. Fox One's your home to stream live sports from NFL on Fox to Big Noon Saturdays, NASCAR, and more. This week, don't miss the Hoosiers take on Penn State. Download the Fox One app to stream Fox One live sports, streaming now. I'm Dominic Fortini with traffic on the 5s. Follow us on X at WIBC Traffic.
51 degrees in the American Standard Heating Weather Center. The time is 6:16.
Central Indiana knows tough, but your water shouldn't be. Indiana ranks among the hardest water in the country, and your home is paying the price. Connecticut's non-electric timer means no timer, settings, or headaches. Just water that works, even when the power doesn't. And the twin tank design means clean, soft water 24/7. Connecticut water softeners are the solution, made in the U.S. Visit ConnecticutIndy.com and mention Made in the U.S. for an additional $250 off your purchase of a softener. Connecticut, American-made, Midwest tough.
Press 1 for balances. Press 2 for deposits. Press 3 to scream into the void.
We get it. These days, it's all phone menus and chatbots. But business banking doesn't have to be that way. Bank with Horizon and discover the power of real AI, advisor intelligence. Real people who answer calls, know your business, and go above and beyond to help you succeed. Get started today at horizonbank.com/businessai. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
There's nothing like when you get that part from eBay and it just fits. Yeah, the first time. So you can do less of this and get right back to more of this. At eBay, you'll find all the parts you need, guaranteed to fit, at prices you'll love. Sounds good, doesn't it? eBay, things people love. Eligible items only. Exclusions apply.
What's Jeff Saturday up to these days?
Retiring from football means a lot of things for a guy like me. It means more time to pick up some hobbies, like baking, puzzles, and some gardening. It also means pinching pennies. And that's why I look for unclaimed property at indianaunclaimed.gov. Look, it's your money, and they want you to have it. So check indianaunclaimed.gov or text Jeff to 46220 and search now.
Inside Indiana Business Radio, the news you need to get ahead. Indiana's business news leader, weekdays at 6:32 a.m. and 5:56 p.m. on WIBC.
Elise Stefanik running for governor of New York. It is the worst kept secret in politics, now known to the world. She's going to clean up Kathy Hochul's catastrophe. That's going to be a rough race. Tony Katz at 93 WIBC. Good morning. Good to be with you. But you got nothing to lose. Stefanik is a fighter. She's got some good people on the team. Let's see if they're focused on message as opposed to, focusing on getting paid. Why does that matter? Because it would be, first of all, an insane flip. Second, it would describe a great difference between New York as a whole and New York City. And as we discussed yesterday in the election of Zohran Mamdani, 8.4 million New York City residents. 2,055,000 people voted in the election. 1,036,000 people voted for Mamdani. That's less than 12.5% of the population. Maybe we should all take a breath. Maybe we should all take a beat. Data matters. And the data shows that women went for Mamdani and college-educated went for Mamdani. And the question, of course, is why? Well, it's because they're smarter. Is that right? There's a lot to discuss. I thought about gathering everybody next week and doing one of those breakdowns again. Like, can we do it? Can we do it quickly and do a here's what happened in the election? There's no way timing-wise I'm going to make that happen, but I will discuss it here. That said, we need a gathering. We do. I said I wanted to do a Christmas party because nothing would be better than Tony Katz's Christmas party. Man, we can't leave that idea on a back burner. We got to make that happen. The Supreme Court ruling in favor of the Trump administration. I would argue ruling in favor of rationality. It was an unsigned order from the court. It stayed a pair of lower court rulings. Those lower court rulings prevented the administration from enforcing an executive order Donald Trump put out on day one that stated the policy of the United States is to recognize two sexes, male and female. This means, with the Supreme Court pushing those orders to the side, the Trump administration can order U.S. passports state the sex at birth of the person who is traveling. Right. And why does this matter so incredibly much? Because someone's going to say, Tony, this is just the culture war thing that cost you the race in Virginia with Winsome Earl Sears. No. These conversations do indeed matter. The difference is they're not the only one. If you're going to tell somebody that boys are not girls and girls are not boys, you are correct. If you're going to do that without mentioning that it's harder to feed your boys or girls because of increased costs, you seem out of touch. Very, very different. So this ruling is extremely important because this ruling states that you can believe anything you want. But in the real world, we have rules. We have a standard. We have definition. These things matter greatly. Now, as I know it, in the unsigned, it was 6-3? Or was that a different ruling? Because this has the liberal judges saying they would have kept the lower court orders in place. Jackson, Ketanji Brown Jackson, saying the government seeks to enforce a questionably legal new policy immediately, but it offers no evidence that it will suffer any harm if it is temporarily enjoined from doing so, while the plaintiffs will be subject to imminent, concrete injury if the policy goes into effect. No, they won't, because they can still fly and travel. There is no injury if the policy goes into effect. That's not true. I am not a lawyer. I am not a judge. But I am right. And Ketanji Brown Jackson is wrong because nothing is stopping the person from traveling. Jackson says there's a senseless sidestepping of the obvious equitable outcome. I am not interested in your version of an equitable outcome. As a matter of fact, I'm not interested in your opinions. You shouldn't be a Supreme Court justice. You're not qualified, it turns out. And you say to me, well, she's more qualified than you. What does that matter? What in the world possibly does that matter? Being a justice is all the way at the top. She ain't there. From the way she engages with solicitors general, from the way she engages with counsel, from the way she engages with other members of the court, from her inability to define what a woman is because she's not a biologist. Enough. Enough. Let's not kid ourselves. She does not speak from on high. She does not have the richness of her experiences. She's a bad jurist. We've had bad jurists before. The problem is we don't utilize impeachment enough. Tony, you didn't just say impeachment. Oh, they're going to impeach. If Democrats get the House on January 3rd, 2027, after the 2026 election, they will impeach Donald Trump on January 3rd, 2027. Just mark it down. Mark it down. Of course you can impeach a Supreme Court justice, and I think you should. I think the call is coming from inside the House. I've said it before. And along with her, Judge Boasberg, this federal judge who issued 197 subpoenas in the case, the investigation known as Arctic Frost, going after citizens and politicos, their phone records and all the rest. This is the story of AT&T and Verizon. They get the subpoena. Verizon goes, here's all the phone records for Senator Ted Cruz. And AT&T says, we don't have to honor this, and it's why I'm leaving Verizon. Sorry, we got rules. Now, I've looked, and AT&T isn't as good of a download speed as, let's say, a T-Mobile, and they're basically in the same place as Verizon, so I may suffer a little bit. I don't necessarily want to, but I'm not going to sit here and support people who give up phone records because the government's like, we want answers, as opposed to saying, we protect our customers. What's wrong with you? You got to actually make the change so people understand there's a consequence to actions, good and bad. Impeach Boasberg immediately. Representative Brendan Gill of Florida is now putting that forward. Make that happen today. Matt Bear is out today. Who we got? Dominic Fortini. He's a heck of a guy. Great salsa dancer. What's up, sir?
Southbound 465 on the east side, delay free at 10 minutes from 69 into 74. Eastbound 865 problem free. Our issue this morning, southbound 65, we got an overturned semi blocking the right lane near West Street. Also have the exit ramp to West Street shut down as crews fill it with equipment. They're going to spend some time cleaning this up. Expect this in place for a while this morning, southbound 65 right near West Street. Traffic is sponsored by B Window. It's B Window's biggest sale of the year. Get up to 68% off plus no interest, no payments for 24 months. Call now or go to bwindow.com. I'm Dominic Fortini with traffic on the 5s. Follow us on X at WIBC Traffic.
Hey, this is Rob.
And this is Casey.
Job cuts for October, highest in 22 years.
Join us Friday, 9 until noon on 93 WIBC.
At Advent, we help sleep apnea sufferers avoid the CPAP machine by getting your nose and throat working with our unique Advent approach that you won't find elsewhere.
Hear that? That's Mike. He took ZQL Ultra, so now he's sleeping soundly on a Sunday night. ZQL Ultra helps Mike fall asleep fast, stay asleep longer, and get the deeply restorative sleep he needs, so he can wake up refreshed and ready to conquer Monday.
Let's do this Monday.
ZQL Ultra. Not for colds, just for sleep. Really great sleep. Use as directed. Keep out of reach of children.
Imagine being the wizard of your own home. With Xfinity, intelligent self-healing Wi-Fi fixes problems like magic. It boostifies speeds to your devices when you need it most and makes your favorite Wicked content sparklify on every screen. All while a spell of protection helps keep your family safe online. When you're out in Oz, Xfinity Mobile joins Wi-Fi and 5G to keep your phone connected from here to the Emerald City. If you had the most intelligent Wi-Fi from Xfinity, everything would work together for good. And now you can cast a spell to stop time and keep your internet bill steady for 5 whole years. With the Xfinity 5-year price guarantee. No contracts or commitments with amazifying equipment included. Xfinity, imagine that. And see Wicked for good, only in theaters November 21st. Restrictions apply. Select plans only. Xfinity Mobile requires Xfinity Internet.
You've built an extraordinary life. Don't let the unexpected slow you down. Offering heart, lung, and vascular scans for people aged 40 and up who meet certain criteria. Franciscan Health's $49 screenings could detect early signs of heart and vascular disease or lung cancer before any symptoms appear. No physician referral needed. Don't wait. A quick scan could save your extraordinary life. See if you qualify for a $49 screening at franciscanhealth.org/screening bundles.
Our electric bills have increased as much as $50 each month. Governor Mike Braun is driving bills even higher. Instead of helping families, Governor Braun is doubling down on costly coal, gas, and nuclear. That means more pricey power plants that Hoosiers like us have to pay for. Utilities get richer, we pay more. Something has to give. Go to StopMikesHikes.com today to send Governor Braun a message. Hoosiers need affordable energy, not a blank check for greedy utilities. Paid for by Citizens Action Coalition.
93 WIBC Mobile News. On the level, on the go.
They'll vote again today, but we don't expect much to change. Nothing on radar. 51 degrees in downtown Indianapolis, going up to 65. We do have rain over Logansport today, and right now it could be in Indianapolis by about 8:30. I'm Ryan Hedrick. Here's what's trending at 6:30. The government shutdown is in its 38th day today as the Senate tries once again to end it.
Senate Republicans are aiming for a test vote on a new spending package that would include long-term funding for the Department of Agriculture, the legislative branch, and the military until next fall. It would also include a promise for a vote on Obamacare subsidies.
Fox's Madeline Rivera in D.C. this morning. A judge has ordered the Trump administration to fully fund the SNAP program by today. The government is also rolling down prices on a popular obesity medication on a couple of them. Two leading drug makers plan to cut the cost of their injectable weight loss treatments to around $350 a month at starter doses, a big shift from the current prices, which are about $1,000. The move is part of a broader push to make medications more affordable and accessible. The world's oldest president has been sworn in for an 8th term.
At the inauguration of his latest 7-year term, Cameroon's President Paul Biya acknowledged what he called the seriousness of the situation his country faces. The 92-year-old's disputed re-election was met with widespread demonstrations. According to the United Nations, 48 protesters have been killed by the security services. Biya has pledged to restore order and blames irresponsible politicians for the unrest. In the election, he defeated a former information minister who broke ranks in a challenge for power. Jonathan Savage, Fox News.
And I'm Ryan Hedrick on the level, on the go, and at WIBC.com. Traffic, weather, and sports together in 3 minutes. It's 6:32.
This is Inside Indiana Business Radio. I'm Gary Dick. Buc-ee's is in late-stage discussions to open at least one mega travel center in central Indiana. The Texas-based company is nearing a deal to purchase a nearly 28-acre site off Interstate 65 in Greenwood. Sources also tell IBJ the company is eyeing an undisclosed area in Boone County, potentially for a second location. While specifics have not been disclosed, it's expected a Buc-ee's development would feature an oversized 24-hour convenience store, expansive parking, and dozens of gas pumps, and hopefully lots of brisket. Terre Haute-based First Financial Corporation has signed an agreement to acquire Cedarstone Financial, based in Lebanon, Tennessee. The deal is valued at $25 million, and when complete, Cedarstone Bank will merge into First Financial, bringing First Financial's total number of branches to 82 across 5 states. U.S. Secretary of War Pete Hegseth will travel to Fort Wayne next week for the 4th Annual Northeast Indiana Defense Summit. U.S. Senator Jim Banks is the summit's organizer. It will bring business, academic, and military executives from around the country to Fort Wayne to talk about ways to support and grow the defense industry. From the state's #1 source for Indiana business news, you're listening to Inside Indiana Business Radio.
We build Indiana. The Laborers International Union of North America builds and maintains roads, bridges, and other essential infrastructure that make us the crossroads of America. So thanks to LIUNA members' work, Hoosiers have a better quality of life, like access to utilities, easier routes to jobs, schools, or medical care, and deliveries keep moving. We build Indiana for good jobs and stronger communities. The Laborers International Union of North America. We are LIUNA.
Hello and welcome to Inside Indiana Business. I'm Gary Dick, coming to you this week from Northwest Indiana, Jeffersonville, Muncie, South Bend, in downtown Evansville, Terre Haute, Fort Wayne, Richmond, from one of the state's key entrepreneurial and innovation hubs, 16 Tech. Inside Indiana Business, Indiana's business news leader. Nearly 50 Indiana Department of Health staffers face being furloughed starting next week because of the ongoing federal government shutdown. State health officials confirmed Thursday it had notified 48 employees that they could temporarily lose their jobs effective November 9 if the shutdown is not resolved. Those employees work for the department's Consumer Services and Healthcare Regulation Commission. Penske Entertainment Corporation and Gainbridge have announced a contract extension to keep the financial services company the presenting sponsor of the Indianapolis 500. Both sides only say it was a multi-year sponsorship agreement. Gainbridge signed on as title sponsor of the Indy 500. in 2019. This is Gary Dick for 93 WIBC.
Southbound 65 got an overturned semi blocking the right lane near West Street. Also, the exit ramp southbound 65 to West Street closed because of that rollover semi along the main line. Also starting to spot a few more delays as traffic volume gets on the rise. Northbound 65 through the roadwork tied up between Raymond and the South Split. Traffic is sponsored by B Window. Transform your bath and double the value. It's B Window's Black Friday sale. Buy one bath, get one free. Plus, no interest and no payments for 24 months. Call now or visit bwindow.com. I'm Dominic Fortini with traffic on the 5s. Follow us on X at WIBC Traffic.
51 degrees in the American Standard Heating Weather Center. The time right now is 6:36. We'll check on sports. Ryan Hedrick, what do we know?
Tony, good morning. Sauce Gardner is all in with the Indianapolis Colts, traded from the New York Jets this week for 2 first-rounders. He says he's not feeling the pressure. He's just fired up to be with the contender.
It was less about the Jets wanting to trade me and more about the coach wanting me to be here. So, it's a great group of guys already here. Dominant offense, dominant defense, and, I look to just add a lot on and off the field here.
Gardner's out of concussion protocol and should be good to go this weekend, but the 7-2 Colts will be without DeForest Buckner. He's out with a neck injury for Sunday's game in Berlin against the Atlanta Falcons. Kickoff at 9:30 Eastern. The Denver Broncos are 8-2 after edging out the Las Vegas Raiders 10-7 on Thursday Night Football. College football tomorrow, 2nd-ranked IU against Penn State at noon, 10th-ranked Notre Dame against Navy later. And the Pacers, 1-7, play Denver tomorrow night. They've also shuffled the roster. Matt McClung's out. Monty Morris is in. Sports brought to you by Ball State Athletics. I'm Ryan Hedrick, on the level, on the go, and at WIBC.com.
Hi, this is Chris Cox, owner of Chimney Solutions, Indiana. We're celebrating our 10th year in business. Call this month to take advantage of 10% off all chimney sweeps and inspections. We're also celebrating the opening of our new fireplace showroom on 86th Street and Lafayette Road. Come and experience our exclusive lines of wood-burning and gas fireplaces.
Call 317-557-6979 or chimneyindy.com.
BMW, Mercedes-Benz, VW, Audi, Mini, Porsche. Names that mean quality, performance, and usually a dreadful service experience. You know you can't take your car just anywhere, but you may not know you can get the same quality service and parts without going to a dealership. Enter Auto House Merkel. Everything from routine service to performance tuning is handled with care by technicians who specialize in German vehicles, using only OEM parts or equivalent at a lower cost and less hassle than the dealership. Book service now at AutoHouseMerkel.com.
David was in big trouble with the IRS.
At first, I didn't owe that much, but after this year, it was out of control.
Then David called Get a Tax Lawyer.
Right away, they were like, oh yeah, looks like you're qualified to save.
Get a Tax Lawyer went to work.
Should have called way sooner.
Get a Tax Lawyer has helped thousands like David fight the IRS and get a fresh start.
Call 800-745-3070. That's 800-745-3070.
The Attorney General's Unclaimed Property Division has over $800 million just waiting to be claimed. Text Tony Katz to 46220 or visit indianaunclaimed.gov to claim yours today.
Ghost stations. It was one of those rare moments on social media that made you stop and say, I'm sorry, what's happening here? Because to pay attention to social media is, well, silly. Tony Katz, 93 WIBC. Good morning. Great to be with you. Follow me on X at Tony Katz. It's a valueless proposition, and hooray for the people who can amass outrageous followings and somehow turn that into dollars. Good Lord. To live all day on that insanity, with that insanity, and it's just gotten so much worse. But there was this from a guy on Twitter X who refers to himself as Climate Craze. I've so far documented 196 ghost stations where NOAA fabricates temperatures for data recording stations that no longer exist. And I said, I'm confused. Well, sure enough, this guy, his entire world, Lieutenant Colonel, Air Force, retired meteorologist, he has started taking note of how there are these weather stations, NOAA, a National Oceanic and Atmospheric Administration, the hardest agency to pronounce. And for Congress, it's the hardest agency to pronounce, except the agency to cut your taxes. That one doesn't exist. That's why they can't pronounce it. There are these observation centers that don't exist anymore. But still, data gets reported from those stations. And I said, this is the most insane thing I've ever heard in my entire life. And the most perfectly government. I am sending this to the guys at Heartland Institute, which does a lot on climate. Exactly how true is this? Does anybody have any more information than I've got from this guy? And this guy's got some info. I mean, there's a lot of posting here, a lot of discussions here. But, you know, with everything, one needs to ask, do the research, trust but verify. There's a station in the Everglades in Florida. They stopped observing in 2018, right? It no longer gives weather reports. But NOAA fabricates its temperature data. I'm not saying it's the greatest scandal in the world. I am saying what the bloody heck is happening. It's one of those stories. It's like, you fabricate the data so you can tell us what? Temperatures are rising? So you can say what? Well, now we need a bigger budget? What is the data fabricated for? Because no matter what you say, I'm willing to bet you the end result is we, the American people, get screwed. It's a fascinating story. I've got the link in the show sheet over there at TonyKatz.com. Check it out for yourself. Tony Katz, 93 WIBC. Good morning.
Holy cow! Another beautiful play for Indiana.
A new coach, a new team, a new energy in Bloomington.
You're going to see a bunch of guys that are all about winning. They play incredibly hard.
Coach Darren DeVries is ready to write the next chapter in Hoosier basketball.
We love what I think the fans are going to be able to see in terms of how we approach every game.
IU basketball is back. Up next, Marquette, Sunday at 1 on the home of the Hoosiers, 93 WIBC.
Technology Recyclers is the safe and ethical choice for your computer and electronics recycling. R2 certified, 100% landfill free, guaranteed destruction of data, and absolutely free pickups. Visit tech-recyclers.com.
Indy, don't use the beautiful fall to paint. Do what Deanna did. She called Rhino Shield.
I was noticing some cracks and the paint's faded. I was like, okay, I think I should get my house painted. So my neighbor had a Rhino Shield placard in the yard. And after they were finished, I was just, wow. With the warranty and everything, it just seemed silly not to go that route.
The ceramic coating of Rhino Shield is specifically formulated for our climate.
So the Rhino Shield crew came out. Nothing was damaged in the process. I was very happy. They just didn't leave a mess. You couldn't even tell they were there. And the house looked so different. It just looked like a new home.
Backed by a 25-year transferable warranty. And now get the protection of Rhino Shield for 15% off the regular price.
Rhino Shield, I think it increases the value and the curb appeal of your home. Definitely worth it.
Here's Rhino Shield's Shane Smith.
This offer is limited, so call me at 888-RHINO-41. That's 888-RHINO-41.
Don't paint.
Don't vinyl.
Go Rhino.
Never paint your house again. Rhino Shield.
JMV here. It's the most wonderful time of the year at Miss M's Home and Garden. Join them Saturday, November 22nd and Sunday, November 23rd for their annual holiday open house. Stroll through the garden shop to shop the festive decor, enjoy food samples, and sign up for giveaways and door prizes with your purchase. Fresh cut trees, greenery, wreaths, porch pots, and more will fill the greenhouse. Bring your family and friends to enjoy the festivities. Miss M's is located on State Road 135 south of Whiteland Road in Bargersville.
Join the Indianapolis Urban League Monday, November 18th at St. Philip's Church for a drive-through food box and meal distribution. Stay in your car and receive fresh produce, meat, dairy, and pantry staples. No ID required while supplies last. Volunteers are needed to help make this event a success.
Traffic on the 5s. Dominic Fortini in the WIBC Traffic Center. In for Matt Baer today. What's happening?
Monumental Marathon coming up this weekend. That's what's happening. So plenty of road closures beginning early in the morning, lasting through mid-afternoon. Those include streets like Meridian. You've got Pennsylvania getting closed down in spots, 38th Street. Getting around is going to be messy Saturday morning. Just be prepared. A little bit messy this morning. Southbound 65 got an overturned semi blocking the right lane near West Street. Pretty heavy back to 21st. Also have the exit ramp closed to West Street as crews try to upright that. Northbound 65 on the brakes, keystone of the south split through the roadwork. Traffic is sponsored by B Window. It's B Window's biggest sale of the year. Get up to 68% off plus no interest, no payments for 24 months. Call now or go to bwindow.com. I'm Dominic Fortini with traffic on the 5s. Follow us on X at WIBC Traffic.
51 degrees in the American Standard Heating Weather Center. The time is 6:46.
Right now at Tom Roush Lincoln, get a 2025 Lincoln Corsair for $4,000 off plus 0% APR. 2025 Lincoln Aviator from $5,000 off plus 0%. Or 2025 Lincoln Nautilus for $4,500 off. Also 0% APR. So come get that new Lincoln at Tom Roush Lincoln in Fisher.
Corsair MSRP 51,720. Aviator MSRP 72,225. Nautilus MSRP 71,60. 0% APR for 48 months on qualifying Lincolns. Good through 12/1/2025. Subject to credit approval. See dealer for complete offer details.
Hey, listen to this. All it needed was a new starter. Got a great deal on eBay. Did it myself.
Yeah, that's cool. But how about the soft purr of an upgraded exhaust when it fits just right?
For me, it's the little things. Like these new windshield wipers from eBay I installed.
From small fixes to big upgrades, eBay has all the parts you need at prices you'll love. Guaranteed to fit every time. eBay. Things people love. Eligible items only. Exclusions apply.
Remember lining up before dawn on Black Friday? Those days might be gone, but the excitement isn't. Great Lakes Honda Fishers is keeping Black Friday alive all month long. This week only, lease a 2025 Accord SE for $299 a month with zero down and register to win a $500 Visa gift card. Visit Great Lakes Honda Fishers off State Road 37 or at GreatLakesHondaFishers.com, where every day is Black Friday. Tax not included with approved credit through Honda Financial. In-stock new Hondas only, not combinable with other offers. $10K a year. All fees and first payment due at signing. Offer ends November 9th. See dealer for details.
I think it might be too early for me to discuss that I have some bourbon coming out. And since it's too early for me to discuss it, I won't discuss that I have some bourbon coming out. I will not talk about the fact that there is some bourbon that will be available for Christmas. I won't discuss the fact that that is happening. Nope, it's too early. It's too early. So Producer Carl, don't ask me anymore about the bourbon that's coming out because it's simply too early, and I simply won't discuss that bourbon that's coming out. I won't do it.
I heard you had a bourbon coming out?
I've said I won't discuss that. I can't believe you brought it up again. Tony Katz at 93 WIBC. Good morning. What is going on? I didn't know this was on the docket. No, wait, I did know this was on the docket. The Supreme Court is going to figure out, they're going to decide whether they're going to hear a challenge to Obergefell. Obergefell v. Hodges. This was 2015. This was a 5-4 decision, and it guaranteed nationwide marriage rights for same-sex couples. It's a challenge brought by Kim Davis. Now, Kim Davis was that county clerk in Kentucky who she would not issue a marriage license to a gay couple. The issue with Obergefell is that the decision has no basis in the Constitution, and it can be overruled without affecting any other cases. This is the argument I have made from this microphone since 2015. My issue is not with two men or two women spending their lives together. This conversation was winning in states, and my exact words were, let it win in the states. My exact words were, pass a law. Write it, vote on it, get the president to sign it, and this president would sign it, pass a law. What Obergefell did was create a right out of whole cloth. It takes something that is not in the Constitution and decides it exists in the Constitution. If we are honest people, we can discuss this honestly. If we are dishonest people, I'm going to be called a homophobe in 3, 2, 1. I had to check my Von Riest time for that. VonRiest.com. I work with these people. They make fantastic timepieces assembled right here in Indiana. I'm showing it off to the live stream, youtube.com/WIBC. So don't think I'm just crazy, guys. The argument is, does the court have the right to create a right? And the answer is no, they do not. It was always a bad decision. It was a bad decision because the right to same-sex marriage does not exist in the Constitution. But one could create a law. One could go to Congress. I think it'll pass. You know what? I think it'll pass with flying colors. And if I were a Republican, I might very well get on board with it. I take that back. There'll be some Republicans who get on board with it. I have no problems with two men or two women spending their lives together, and I have no problem with them getting the tax benefits thereof. I do believe marriage has a definition. I think it should hold, and I've said that from the beginning, too. I haven't changed on this in, it's 2025, 10 years. I've not changed on this subject in 10 years. But I do believe that words have meaning, and we shouldn't manipulate the meaning of those words. I believe marriage is one man and one woman, and when it's two men or when it's two women, it is something else indeed. But I'm not telling you not to go live your life, and I don't believe there should be anything that engages treating you differently. And you say to me, well, married people get tax breaks, this, that, and the other. You're saying, oh, no, I think you should get the tax breaks. After that, we're talking about a religious terminology to a word, and I'm not interested in changing the definition. You can disagree with me. That's cool. But when it comes to the Supreme Court, I don't like anything that decides that a right can be created just because someone wishes upon a star. It says what it says and doesn't say what it doesn't say. The Constitution says what it says and doesn't say what it doesn't say. And it is the job of the court to discuss what is said and what is not said, and not to try and find their way to what it could mean. My issue with the Obamacare decision. Why in the world is John Roberts deciding that Obamacare is nothing more than a tax and Congress can levy taxes, so therefore it's fine? That's nuts. By the way, it is that same thought process that is being looked at regarding tariffs and President Trump and whether he can raise revenues through tariffs that are put on countries via the IEEPA, this Emergency Powers Act of 1977. Same concept. Taxation has to go through Congress. But it's changing the very concept of who decides an emergency, which is about the concept of regulate, which exists in the legislation. Oh, I didn't say it didn't get murky. I said the Supreme Court in Obergefell created a law, created a right out of whole cloth, and that won't fly. So I'm glad they're seeing it. What's interesting here is that this is private conference. So the Supreme Court, according to SCOTUS blog, does not grant review without considering a case at least 2 consecutive conferences. So we will see. We'll see what happens, but my hope is that they rehear it or they simply say this case was poorly considered. And then go pass laws. Get it done. Get it done immediately. I'll answer your question from Twitter X in the next hour. Matt Baer got traffic, but he's out today. So Dominic Fortini, what's up?
Southbound 65, an overturned semi blocks the right lane near West Street. Also have that West Street exit ramp shut down. An uptick in traffic volume. Northbound 65 ties up travel between the North Split and West Street. Westbound I-70 on the brakes, Rural Street into the North Split. Traffic is sponsored by B Window. Transform your bath and double the value. It's B Window's Black Friday bath sale. Buy one bath, get one free. Plus, no interest and no payments for 24 months. Call now or visit bwindow.com. I'm Dominic Fortini with traffic on the 5s. Follow us on X at WIBC Traffic.
Comcast Business can help turn your small business into a connected, secure, modern business. It's how retailers become constantly connecting must-visit shops. How restaurants become reliably up and running neighborhood favorites. How healthcare offices become the data-protecting caregivers that we all depend on. And how wealth management firms become cyber-securing guardians of your information. With reliable connectivity, enhanced cybersecurity, and Wi-Fi backup, your business can stay connected and get threat-ready with Comcast Business, powering possibilities.
Get started with our reliable business internet. Plus, stay connected when you add Wi-Fi backup for just $35 a month. And ask about a $400 prepaid card on a qualifying gig bundle. Call today. Restrictions apply. Wireless Connect requires business internet for additional monthly charge. Taxes and other fees extra. Prepaid card offer ends 11/16/25.
Serving Indiana means being ready for growing energy demands. At Duke Energy, we're adding more power to the grid and working on hundreds of local projects to make your energy more reliable. We've strengthened nearly 20,000 poles, updated more than 270 substations, and prevented hundreds of thousands of outage hours with self-healing grid technology, so your power can come back on faster than ever. That's the smarter energy future Indiana deserves. Paid for by Duke Energy shareholders.
Welcome to Tire Discounters. Oh, hiya, Phantom.
Mike, is it true?
What's that?
Tire Discounters is offering up to $200 off sets of Goodyear tires?
Absolutely.
Plus free alignment and a full synthetic oil change?
You got it.
I'm not one to exaggerate, but that may be the best deal in the history of the world.
But free would be better.
Mike, don't toy with me.
Through the holidays, every day we're open, someone will get their money back on 4 tires.
But I...
Just breathe, Phantom. Breathe.
No purchase necessary. Ends 12/31/25. Visit website for details.
Fostech is American-made firearms made right here in Indiana. American craftsmanship meets cutting-edge innovation. Their lightweight AR-15s are incredible, and they don't sacrifice dependability or durability. Advanced machining capabilities create incredible products, and they are all designed, machined, assembled, and tested right here in Indiana. Fostech, owned by a family that has served and loved their country. Find a dealer near you or visit Fostech.com. That's F-O-S-T-E-C-H, Fostech.com. Use promo code WIBC for 10% off your order.
Hi, I'm Scott Wilson, third-generation owner of Wilson Farm Market, just 15 minutes north of 465 on 31. If you are looking for your source of homegrown, locally made, know where your food's coming from, we are your spot. We have hand-dipped ice cream, 130 different kinds of cheese. We fry chicken, just a little bit of everything, a foodie's heaven. Wilson Farm Market, where good taste runs in the family. Just 15 minutes north of 465, right on US 31.
What's Jeff Saturday up to these days?
Retiring from football means a lot of things for a guy like me. It means more time to pick up some hobbies, like baking, puzzles, and some gardening. It also means pinching pennies. And that's why I look for unclaimed property at indianaunclaimed.gov. Look, it's your money, and they want you to have it. So check indianaunclaimed.gov or text Jeff to 46220 and search now.
You ready to build your custom dream home? Check out Joyner Homes based out of Greenfield. See one of their model homes in person anytime. It is a great way for you to experience the customization and quality of a Joyner Homes custom built home. Plus, you can meet with a new home specialist to learn about their building process. Available lots if you don't already have one. Find out about floor plans and where they build. Model homes are open 7 days a week from noon to 5 and walk-ins are welcome. Find out more at joynerhomes.com.
Coming up in 2 minutes, why there were so many cops on the east side of Indianapolis last night. Your forecast is changing. Rain is moving in, and some parts of Indiana could see snow. And why the Indianapolis Public School is being sued after Fox News from the Technology Recyclers Studios. You're listening to 93 WIBC, WIBC HD1 Indianapolis on a Friday morning. It's 7 o'clock.
You may need more than patience to fly today. CJ Pop of Fox News. There's no choice for the airlines today, canceling a large number of flights while delays are quickly piling up this morning. And it's all collateral damage from the government shutdown, which reaches day 38.
Right now, the only people to blame are the Democrats who refuse to pass the CR bill that they've already passed several times.
A man in Charlotte, the airport, North Carolina. Fox's Christina Coleman.
Flights will be cut at various airports nationwide due to staffing shortages because of the government shutdown. Now, thousands of air traffic controllers have gone weeks without pay, and many of them are calling off of work, triggering these staffing shortages at many airports as these employees deal with increased stress and financial pressure. And the FAA says this past weekend there were at least 2,740 delays at various airports, in large part due to the staffing shortages. And now passengers are worried about the flight cuts.
Captain James Ambrosi, president of the Airline Pilots Association, telling Fox,
"We call as on airline pilots to reopen the government. Let's not make aviation suffer because of a prolonged government shutdown."
And could that call to reopen the government be answered today?
Senate Republicans are aiming for a test vote on a new spending package that would include long-term funding for the Department of Agriculture, the legislative branch, and the military until next fall. It would also include a promise for a vote on Obamacare subsidies. The deal's fate hinges on Democrats, though. Many want the government to reopen, but progressives are refusing to budge without a firm health care deal, warning moderates not to cave. Vice President J.D. Vance saying in part, the shutdown has now passed from farce into tragedy, and the consequences of this national emergency fall on every senator and congressman who refuses to open the government.
Fox and Beto Rivera, America's listening to Fox News.
93 WIBC Mobile News. On the level, on the go.
The government shutdown lands at the Indianapolis airport. Nothing on radar. 51 degrees in downtown Indy, going up to 65 today. I'm Ryan Hedrick. Here's what's trending at 7:02. If you're flying out of Indy today, there might be fewer flights than usual. The FAA is asking airlines to cut back at airports across the country, including Indianapolis, because air traffic controllers have been working without pay for weeks during the shutdown. That's led to hundreds of cancellations across the country, and now Indy is feeling the impact. The airport confirmed the changes are already happening. Rain is moving through western Indiana right now, from up near Lake Michigan all the way down to where the Wabash and Ohio rivers meet. Jason Puma at the National Weather Service, Indy, says there's a cold front coming in this weekend.
That's right. We're going to have relatively seasonable temperatures today and tomorrow, with highs in the mid to lower 60s. But we'll have a cold front go through on Saturday night, and that's going to really drop our temperatures down for Sunday and on Monday. We'll really get a little bit of a taste of winter.
Sunday night's going to be pretty chilly. Temperatures dipping into the 20s. It'll feel even colder with wind chills in the teens. Monday won't offer much relief either. It'll be cold and breezy, highs barely reaching into the 30s. A woman was killed late last night along East 10th Street in Indy. It started as a two-car crash, and then the cops say things escalated. Several people got into a fight. Someone pulled out a gun and shot the woman. She was taken to the hospital. That's where she died. Drivers may want to keep it parked tomorrow until the runners clear out.
It's a race that completely destroys traffic patterns, and it's not the Indianapolis 500. I'm Matt Bear. The Monumental Marathon is tomorrow, meaning downtown Indy, Broad Ripple, Butler, Tarkington, and Mapleton neighborhoods will have massive amounts of stopped cars and gridlock conditions anywhere in and around the race course. Some roads begin closing a little after 7:30 a.m. tomorrow. Everything should be reopened by mid-afternoon. Also, people will be walking everywhere, making extra caution around crosswalks a must. Please plan accordingly. Matt Bear, WIBC Traffic.
Indiana is suing Indianapolis Public Schools, saying the district is making it too hard for ICE to do its job. The lawsuit filed yesterday says IPS blocks access to campuses, tells staff not to cooperate, and won't share student information without a signed warrant. Say that Todd Rokita says that goes beyond what the federal law allows. The Indianapolis Colts are in Berlin, Germany, Sunday to take on the Atlanta Falcons, and the team says that the newest player, cornerback Sauce Gardner, is out of concussion protocol, but they're going to be without tackle DeForest Buckner. Kickoff 9:30 in the morning, Sunday from Berlin. I'm Ryan Hedrick on the level, on the go, and at WIBC.com at 7:05, traffic on the fives. Good morning, Dominic Fortini.
Good morning. Southbound 65 still has that overturned semi near West Street. It's blocking off the right lane, creating heavy delays back to 21st. It's also closed the off-ramp to West Street, all because of that rollover semi. Plenty of delays in the area. Should be in place for still at least an hour or so. Eastbound I-70 got a new crash knocking out the left lane before West Street with delays beginning back near Harding. This traffic report is sponsored by Fox One. Fox One's your home to stream live sports from NFL on Fox to Big Noon Saturdays, NASCAR, and more. This week, don't miss the Hoosiers as they take on Penn State. Download the Fox One app, stream Fox One. Live sports, streaming now. I'm Dominic Fortini with traffic on the fives. Follow us on X at WIBC Traffic.
Tara Hastings, Wish TV meteorologist, what's happening?
Hey, good morning. We do have a few light showers, maybe a rumble of thunder passing through Indianapolis early this morning. Otherwise, by late morning, everything moves off to the east of us, and we'll actually see clouds clear. So look for some sunshine later today. It's going to be breezy with highs near 66, down to 41 degrees tonight under partly cloudy skies. And then on Saturday, much of the day will be dry, a chance of some rain late Saturday, highs near 60. Colder air moves in Sunday. Highs only near 42. Some scattered rain, maybe even a few snow showers. And then early Monday morning, temperatures will start out into the 20s with wind chill values into the teens. Yes, very teeth-chattering. A few flurries possible on Monday. Mostly cloudy, cold, only a high of 38.
Do I tell him to stop it?
I love it.
You love it?
Yeah, that was good.
Okay.
Teeth chattering. That was good.
See, Tara, when it's our podcast, you have a say, but it's my name on the shingle.
Oh, that's right.
You love it.
Whatever you say goes.
Finally, somebody understands me. By the way, I am getting emails about our Pump the Brakes podcast.
Yeah?
And that the what it should be about, because you haven't figured out what it's about yet.
No, I had an idea, but I was driving and then I couldn't write it down and then it floated away. Anyways, go ahead.
Wow.
I know.
Really?
Yeah, I did, and I don't. It'll come back to me.
Okay. Mm-hmm. The idea was that, Tony, you do the Thursday music moment. You like talking about, taking a break from the insanity. The world is crazy, but we don't have to be. Pump the Brakes could be a step back from the insanity and a conversation about life and parenting, and there's more to the world than politics and more to the world than your job, and we could discuss all the other things. So that was someone's suggestion.
Oh, I like that.
Yeah, but I should do the podcast with them because they had a suggestion. But that laugh, how do you replicate that?
I don't know.
I'm going to isolate that one.
Yeah, you're going to isolate that one, producer
Thank you,
Carl.
Carl.
That's what allows you to keep playing your ridiculous sound effects that no one gave you authority to do.
Listen, Carl. Pump the brakes, Carl.
Seriously, Carl, pump the brakes. Honestly, we'll at least do a couple episodes and see whether or not we have any chemistry. It might just be here. It might just be here where we can't even see each other. I don't know if in the same room it's going to work.
I don't know.
Right?
Mm-hmm.
We might find out we're just better off as friends.
It might be.
We might find out we are just better off as friends.
Right.
Yeah. We can't be getting into podcasting bed with each other.
I'm sorry, what?
That's what they call it. They call it podcasting bed. Hold on, wait. Nobody calls it that. No one at all. Zero.
No.
Getting into a podcasting relationship.
There we go.
Wow, really? That's what bothered you? I'm more bothered by his chattering teeth nonsense being played than I am by that. See, we don't know how this is going to go, everybody. We'll give it a go. We'll give it a try. We'll see what happens.
We'll see what happens.
We'll see what happens. I still don't know what the podcast is about. Unless it's about me trying to figure out how awkward I can make things and whether or not you still stick around.
That very well could happen, yes.
Right? The tease of every episode is tune in next week to find out whether or not Tara Hastings just leaves already.
Yes.
It's actually not a bad idea.
Mm-hmm. Might work.
Tara Hastings, podcast partner, Wish TV meteorologist. I appreciate you. Go to work, do your thing, live your life. We've got ourselves 51 degrees in the American Standard Heating Weather Center. The time is 7:10. I'm going to ask again, what's going on at Ivy Tech? Ivy Tech, which I like. I see a future. I see a value to Hoosiers. Tony Katz, 93 WIBC. Good morning. Great to be with you. We did a couple years ago Ivy Tech Week. I did these long-form interviews with then President Sue Ellspermann. Now we have as the president of Ivy Tech a guy by the name of Marty Pollio. Dr. Pollio comes from Louisville. I don't know the man. But I started seeing that there were stories out of Louisville, specifically where he was running the Jefferson County Public Schools, and how they had massive, massive financial issues. And Marty Pollio is like, you're all ridiculous. Everything was fine when I left. Going back to July of 2025, Krista Johnson reporting at the Courier-Journal, Jefferson County Public Schools billboard tribute to Pollio raises questions about secret spending account. I'm sorry, secret spending account? Well, that's very odd. That's very weird. What in the world is a secret spending account? Maybe that should be seen a little differently than an opinion piece that says fault in the Jefferson County Public Schools fiasco falls on Pollio, board, and the state legislature. Maybe it should be discussed that the top finance leader of Jefferson County Public Schools, in an article by Krista Johnson on September 22nd, states that the Jefferson County Public Schools top finance leader strikes back at Pollio's budget claims. Conversations about how people were threatened. Conversations about how they discussed insolvency to scare the community to what? Get votes for funding? Are you telling me that when this guy was given the gig at Ivy Tech, which is a serious gig, an important gig, Ivy Tech matters to Indiana? Can I ask what the process was that you went through to decide on him? And are there any comments here? Do you have any thoughts to what the Courier-Journal is reporting? Is everything they're reporting a fraud? Everything? Now you tell me, hey, Tony, it's Gannett. It's absolutely possible. I don't know. And then I came across this video. This is August of 2023, an exchange that Pollio had with a reporter. Now, the reporter could completely be in the wrong. This is the guy we hired.
What are you asking me specifically? What are you asking me specifically?
This is about media availability and how he was not there a day after the district closed for reasons. So listen.
So if you are asking me if I was a dad yesterday, yes, I was a dad yesterday. If that's what you are asking me. My family has suffered a great deal from me having this job. I think that is really an unbelievable question from you. I'm answering the question. And yes, did I drive my daughter to college? I don't know who else would do that. I drove my daughter to college while I worked the entire time. I was a dad yesterday morning. On the phone the entire time, dropped her off at college and came back and worked the entire time. So if there is an issue with that, me not being available to speak to you because I was being a dad, then that's what I was being.
Okay. I by the way, everybody's family sacrifices for people having jobs all the time. I shouldn't say everybody, but a lot of people. It happens. It's a very normal occurrence. It's nothing to talk about. Don't ask me to feel bad for you on that one. I would like to know what's going on here. I would like to know what happened in Louisville. I'm going to start reaching out to reporters, and I would like to know from Ivy Tech, who'd you just hire? What's the process? I want Ivy Tech success in every way. It is important for Indiana. It's important for young men. It's important for futures. It's important. Can I ask what the system is? And who decided that this was the guy? Matt Bear is out today. Dominic Fortini has traffic.
Southbound 65, that overturned semi takes out the right lane at West Street. Also closes down the exit ramp. You'll pump the brakes. Great name for a podcast back to 29th. Left lane blocked with a crash. Eastbound I-70 just before West Street. We've got delays northbound 65 beginning near the north split, while southbound 69 taps the brakes from 96th into 465. Traffic is sponsored by Mothers Against Drunk Driving. For victims of drunk and drug driving, your grief is unique, but you're not alone. You always have a place at MAD. Call the 24-hour victim helpline at 877-MAD-HELP or visit mad.org. I'm Dominic Fortini with traffic on the 5s. Follow us on X at WIBC Traffic.
52 degrees in the American Standard Heating Weather Center. The time is 7:17.
What if you could have reliable and intelligent Wi-Fi? And get this, what if you could keep it at the same price for 5 years? That's the Xfinity 5-year price guarantee. 5 years of Wi-Fi that boosts speeds to the devices that need them most. That finds and fixes problems before you even notice them. Like super intelligent Wi-Fi with a 6th sense. And that keeps you gaming in the fast lane, even when the whole family is banking on bandwidth. All your devices working in perfect harmony for 5 whole years. And here's the best part. No annual contracts, no hidden fees, and our best equipment included. Hey, let's face it, a lot can change in 5 years. Kids grow taller, dreams grow bigger. But your Wi-Fi? It would stay reliable and the price would stay put. The Xfinity 5-year price guarantee. Lock in your price and unlock the possibilities. Xfinity. Imagine that. Select plans only. Restrictions apply.
Hi, this is Chris Cox, owner of Chimney Solutions Indiana. We're celebrating our 10th year in business. Call this month to take advantage of 10% off all chimney sweeps and inspections. We're also celebrating the opening of our new fireplace showroom on 86th Street and Lafayette Road. Come and experience our exclusive lines of wood-burning and gas fireplaces.
Call 317-557-6979 or chimneyindy.com.
Are you tired of high cable TV rates? Sign up for Dish today and get a $500 bonus offer while supplies last. Plus, lock in your price for 2 years guaranteed. Call All American Dish, your Dish authorized retailer now.
800-296-1251. 800-296-1251. That's 800-296-1251. Offers require credit qualification, 24-month commitment, early termination fee, and e-auto pay. Restrictions apply. Call for details.
eBay has reinvented vehicle buying. From click to curb, everything's covered. Ever try to buy a car online and end up in a parking lot with a stranger and some blind trust? That era is over. Now with Secure Purchase, eBay isn't just where you find your car. It's where you buy it, start to finish. Title, financing, registration, delivery, it's all built in. This is the modern way to buy your next ride on eBay. eBay. Things people love. Secure Purchase is powered by Caramel Dealer Services, LLC, an eBay subsidiary.
Come take my hand.
Getting ready for the popcorn moment, brought to you by Booher, B-O-O-H-E-R, BooherRemodeling.com. If it's inside your four walls, guess what? Booher Remodeling. That is who you call. Your kitchen, your bath, your basement, and that bathroom remodel. It's like the last thing you do, right? Oh, we've got to take care of this first. Oh, we got to take care of that first. And then you walk into this master bathroom and you're like, this place is gross. You don't feel relaxed at the end of the day. You don't feel good about getting your day started. As a matter of fact, your day starts very frustrated because, like, the countertop is just, well, it's a mess. And the cabinet itself, it's too short because the whole thing is older. And dear Lord, we could really use some new mirrors. And the tile is falling off in the shower. Why do I live like this? Don't. Call Booher Remodeling today. Talk to them about increasing the value of your life, never mind the value of your home. Talk to them about their 5-step design process. Talk to them about the materials they use, the most skilled craftsmen that they have ready to turn your bathroom into a place where, I don't know, you actually feel good about yourself. You're ready to start the day. You're relaxed at the end of the day. And yes, you're increasing value in your home and in your life. Booher Remodeling, delivering quality work on time with a service-oriented attitude. Talk to Booher today. 317-852-5546. Tell them Tony Katz sent you. 317-852-5546. Booher Remodeling, 852-5546, or online at Booher, B-O-O-H-E-R, BooherRemodeling.com. The popcorn moment. Let's go. I don't know how I feel about that new intro. Producer Carl changed the intro. That's who he is. Just changing things willy-nilly. Popcorn moment. It's a story you need to hear to believe, then grab your popcorn, because there is more. I have got a bunch of stories, but none more absolutely breathtaking than the sandwich guy. And you're like, who the bloody heck, Tony, is the sandwich guy? The sandwich guy. So there is a guy in D.C. who was so unhappy with the police and law enforcement for doing their job and removing illegal immigrants from the United States of America that he took his Subway sandwich and he threw it at a cop. You remember this guy? Yeah. We all remember Sandwich Guy. He then faced charges, right? He assaulted a cop. He did what he did. A jury decided that he was not guilty. They wanted to be a felony charge, a felony assault, and the grand jury was like, nope. So the prosecutors went with the misdemeanor charge. Not guilty. I did not know you could throw things at cops and it was okay. Well, gosh, this makes life a lot easier. It's insane. And this guy then holds a quick press conference afterwards, and he thinks he's pious.
That justice prevails in spite of everything happening. And that night, I believe that I was protecting the rights of immigrants. And let us not forget that the Great Seal of the United States says e pluribus unum. That means from many, one. Every life matters, no matter where you came from, no matter how you got here, no matter how you identify. You have the right to live a life that is free. Thank you.
Kids, I want you to listen to me, and your parents can decide whether or not they keep the radio on or off. This is going to take about 60 seconds, and this is going to get a little heavy, but I'll never lie to you, and I won't start now. So, parents, let's start now. First things first, justice prevails when you can throw things and hurl things at police officers. I guess if it's food-related, it's fine. Secondly, I want the young men to be very aware that this guy is what we call a beta male. This guy is a wimp. this guy cannot keep a society thriving. He can't. His argument is one of Hallmark cards and not one of reality. Should we be good to our neighbors? Absolutely. Should our neighbors be good to us? Absolutely. Should they follow the law? Absolutely. And when they don't, the law matters. And what this guy is saying is the law doesn't matter. So I ask you, do you want to be like him? I didn't think so. A beta male. Some people might use the word cuck, but honestly, I don't want your parents to have to explain that to you right now. I love them too much. Our minute's almost up, and people are coming back. So, reminder that if you actually believe in the rule of law, you believe in the rule of law. If you want to go about changing the laws, do that. If your answer to changing the law is, I'm going to go attack a cop, you don't actually believe in changing the law. Now, this is a different conversation than what one does under the sheer and true concept of oppression. But this guy isn't oppressed. As a matter of fact, he's shocked that justice prevails. First of all, justice didn't prevail. But secondly, some king Donald Trump is that this guy can throw a sandwich at cops who are doing the job of getting illegal immigrants off the streets and walk free. Trump is not a king. They lied to you about that too, kids. And now you know. Matt Baer, he's out today. Dominic Fortini has traffic. What's going on, Dominic?
Big problem still. Southbound 65, the right lane remains blocked with an overturned semi as you approach West Street. That exit ramp to West Street also filled with equipment because of the rollover on the main line. Should be in place for at least another hour or so. Again, heavy delays. Southbound 65 back into 29 through the rollover semi-crash site at West Street. Also have an accident knocking out the left lane eastbound I-70 before West Street. That'll cause a delay back into Belmont. And traffic volume on the rise as things start slowing down on the north side. Eastbound 465 locking up ditch into Meridian. Traffic is sponsored by B Window. It's B Window's biggest sale of the year. Get up to 68% off plus no interest, no payments for 24 months. Call now or go to bwindow.com. I'm Dominic Fortini with traffic on the 5s. Follow us on X at WIBC Traffic.
We're going to have a fun show. It's Beer Sample Friday this afternoon on the Hammer and Nigel show, plus Murr. James Murray from Impractical Jokers joins us in studio. 93 WIBC.
Indy, stop using the fall to paint year after year. Do what Lynn did. She called Rhino Shield.
It is a single-wide manufactured home. We moved from our home, which we had the Rhino Shield on. Rhino Shield was what we were going to do. That was no question. We knew we were going to do it.
Rhino Shield's a ceramic coating. It's not paint, it's better.
The Rhino Shield representative came, and we discussed what we wanted done. And this time, we had the roof done as well.
Now, you can have the 25-year guaranteed protection of Rhino Shield for 15% off the regular price.
Even the people that have been a little younger than us have said they don't have to worry about getting just an everyday painter because Rhino Shield has the 25-year warranty, and we truly believe in this product.
Here's Rhino Shield's Shane Smith.
This offer is limited, so call me at 888-RHINO-41. That's 888-RHINO-41.
Don't paint.
Don't vinyl.
Go Rhino.
Never paint your house again. Rhino Shield.
Looking for a cozy spot to relax, work, or grab your coffee to go? LC Coffee House in Noblesville, Indiana has you covered. Try our indulgent affogato, a sweet blend of espresso and ice cream. Or sample our coffee flights to discover your perfect brew. In a rush, our drive-thru is ready to serve you fast and fresh. Need a space to collaborate? We offer meeting rooms perfect for co-working. Whether you're grabbing a quick drink or spending the day with us, LC Coffee House is the place to be.
Listen up, football fans. You won't want to miss this.
Right now, new Bet365 customers bet $5 and get $200 in bonus bets, win or lose. So you could turn that $200 into something bigger when you bet on money line, spread, totals, player props.
$200 in bonus bets when new customers bet $5. I know where I'm going to bet from now on. Download the app today and see why it's never ordinary at Bet365. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-9-WITH-IT. 21 plus only. Must be physically located in Indiana. T&Cs apply. In-app only.
Are you ready to put joint pain behind you and get to a place where persistent pain doesn't control your life? The dedicated orthopedic experts at Community Health Network are here to turn those goals into a reality. With personalized treatment options that include robotic-assisted surgery, we'll help you feel your best. so you can get back to enjoying your hobbies again. Learn more about your care options at ecommunity.com/ortho. Community Health Network. Exceptional care, simply delivered.
Groceries, gas, just about everything you can buy comes with a tax on it. No matter what, the government's always there to take their cut of your cash. Your money belongs to you. That's why Congressman Jim Baird joined with President Donald Trump to pass historic legislation to ensure you keep more of your hard-earned cash. According to the White House, Congressman Baird's vote means Americans will receive a tax cut, saving over $10,000 every year. They'll get no taxes on tips for workers, and families will receive permanent increases to child tax credits and expanded child care access. That means bigger paychecks, a stronger economy, and more prosperity across our nation. To learn more about how President Trump and Congressman Jim Baird are saving American families money and putting money in your wallet, call Congressman Baird's office at 317-563-5567 or visit baird.house.gov.
Paid for by official funds authorized by the House of Representatives.
93 WIBC Mobile News. On the level, on the go.
He says there's only one reason for the government shutdown. Nothing showing up on radar in downtown yet, but rain starting to move into Marion County, especially around Castleton. The airport's already getting some showers too. 51 degrees in downtown Indianapolis, going up to 65. I'm Ryan Hedrick. Here's what's trending at 7:31. Republican Congressman James Comer says even with control of the Senate, his party cannot end the government shutdown by themselves. He says Democrats aren't helping because
they just want to hurt Donald Trump and try to score political points. That's where we are in the United States Senate. This is a Democrat shutdown. There's no question about it.
Day number 38, and it doesn't look like a deal's coming anytime soon. Senate Democrats say they will keep blocking Republican proposals unless they get stronger guarantees on Obamacare subsidies. If you're heading out of Indianapolis today, don't be surprised if your flight's delayed or even canceled. The FAA is telling airlines to scale back at airports across the country, including right here, because air traffic controllers haven't been paid in weeks thanks to the aforementioned shutdown. Hundreds of flights have already been scrapped nationwide, and now Indy's feeling it this morning, too. A former NFL player has been brought back to the U.S. from Dubai and is now facing attempted murder charges.
37-year-old Antonio Brown facing charges relating to a shooting in May outside a celebrity boxing event in Miami. The former wide receiver had a lengthy career with the Steelers, Patriots, and Buccaneers. Police say Brown claimed at the time that he had been jumped in an attempted robbery. He was detained after the incident and was eventually released. Online video of the chaos showed Brown appearing to get in a scrap with several men before gunfire was heard.
That's Fox's Chris DeMeo reporting. Elise Stefanik's officially throwing her hat in the ring to run for governor of New York. Her team posted a campaign video this morning calling out Governor Kathy Hochul for what they say are the state's biggest problems.
The spirit of the Empire State cannot be broken. All we need is a courageous leader, ready for the fight. Elise Stefanik will make New York affordable and safe.
Congressman Stefanik is hoping to become the first Republican governor of New York in 2 decades. If you're thinking about catching a musical or checking out a light show, there are a few things happening this weekend.
Christmas Nights of Lights starts tonight at the fairgrounds, and Les Mis continues at Clues.
It'll be, I think, just a couple years since the last time it was here, but the last time it was here, it sold out immediately. There are folks who can still get tickets to see the show that may not have gotten to see the show last time, or people like me that want to see it like for the 7th or 8th time.
Matt Porter says shows go through Sunday. Indianapolis.broadway.com for tickets. Terry Stacy, WIBC Mobile News.
Starbucks dropped a $30 Bearista Cold Cup yesterday. It's a bear-shaped glass with a green winter hat, and it's sold out fast. But now it's popping up online for hundreds of dollars. Sports on WIBC. Cornerback Sauce Gardner is out of concussion protocol, and he's going to play Sunday in Germany as the Indianapolis Colts play the Atlanta Falcons. He just arrived from the New York Jets in a 2 first-round pick trade.
I'm not looking at it as I was like the missing piece. I think I'm a great additional piece
to the defense for sure, and I know I'm going to bring a lot to the table. I'm looking forward to it.
Colts defensive tackle DeForest Buckner out for Sunday's game with the neck injury. The team will practice today in Berlin ahead of the 9:30 a.m. kickoff on Sunday. Thursday night football, Denver Broncos 8-2 now after edging out the Las Vegas Raiders in a 10-7 game. College basketball tonight, top-ranked Purdue hits the hardwood in West Lafayette, hosting Oakland, 7 o'clock tip. NBA, Pacers stuck at 1-7. They hit the road to play the Denver Nuggets tomorrow. Roster shakeup, too. Matt McClung is out, and Monte Morris is in. College football tomorrow. Second-ranked IU takes on Penn State at noon. 10th-ranked Notre Dame plays Navy later that night. Sports brought to you by Ball State Athletics. I'm Ryan Hedrick on the level, on the go, and at WIBC.com. With traffic on the fives, here's Dominic Fortini.
We'll start off with some good news. Eastbound I-70 had that earlier crash at West Street. That's been picked up, and traffic still heavy back to Tibbs, but that'll accordion itself out once crews start making their way through. But we still have that overturned semi. It's blocking the right lane southbound 65 at West Street. That's created a bit of a heavier delay, double digits, in fact, back to King Street. You've got the exit ramp to West Street closed as well as crews continue to work with that. Northbound 465 on the east side hung up I-70 into Shadeland. Also spotting delays eastbound 465 up north between Ditch and Meridian. Traffic is sponsored by B Window. Transform your bath and double the value. It's B Window's Black Friday bath sale. Buy one bath, get one free. Plus, no interest and no payments for 24 months. Call now or visit bwindow.com. I'm Dominic Fortini with traffic on the fives. Follow us on X at WIBC Traffic.
We have got ourselves 52 degrees in the American Standard Heating Weather Center. The time is 7:36.
Transform your bath and double the value. It's B Window's Black Friday bath sale. Buy one bath, get one free. Plus no interest and no payments for 24 months. Call now or visit bwindow.com.
Save the date. Sundown Gardens Holiday Open House is November 22nd. Happening now. Trees and shrubs 30 to 50% off. Check out sundown.gardens.com.
Whenever I'm out a-wandering, chasing a rainbow dream, I often stop and think about a place I've never seen.
Today on the marketplace, I don't know, do Purdue people wear stuff like this? Seems like it might be too fun. God, I'm going to get yelled at. Tony Katz, 93 WIBC. Good morning. Good to be with you during downtime, clearing my head, getting ready for what's next on the show. I find myself on Facebook Marketplace. A lot of cool stuff, weird stuff, odd stuff on the Marketplace. And we bring it to you, the Marketplace segment brought to you by Indiana Unclaimed. .gov. It's your cash. Go get it. Honestly, there's a final paycheck. There's a dividend. There's a refund. It's all waiting for you. IndianaUnclaimed.gov. So many ways. There's money waiting for you. Go get it. Go to IndianaUnclaimed.gov or text my name, Tony, to 46220. Text Tony to 46220 and get your cash. Matt Bear is out today. But producer Carl is there on the live stream with yours truly, youtube.com. /WIBC. I came across, the Purdue people. They're the engineers. They're serious people. They play basketball pretty well too, right? That happens. But I don't know if you would consider them the party people, right? Right, producer Carl. I don't know if Purdue people are seen as the party people.
My wife went to Purdue.
Is she a party person?
No.
All right. Case rested. By the way, if you would just take video of when you get home later today, that would be great for all of us. This is on Facebook Marketplace, a vintage Purdue Hawaiian shirt. The old school Rain Spooners. I went to college with a guy. I didn't graduate, but I went to college with a guy, a fraternity brother, who wore nothing but them. Nothing but the Rain Spooner. I was like, I don't know what's happening here, but okay. Vintage Rain Spooner Purdue Hawaiian shirt, size 2XL, great condition, unique design. You pick it up near 64th and Hoover. You can cash or you can Venmo, and it's got the Purdue logo, and it's got like palm fronds on it right there. Short sleeve. It's very cool. It is very cool, and I could see myself having this in the collection. It's just a question of, is it very Purdue-y? Is that a verb? Is that supposed to be a verb? Or is that an adjective? What would Purdue-y be?
Is 2XL like Tony Soprano size?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Tony Soprano was a 2XL.
Do you see him wearing this?
So Tony Soprano wore those fantastic kind of mid-century shirts. He wore the Nat Shermans. Not Sherman, sorry, the Nat Nast. And Nat Nast is spectacular. I love Nat Nast. Great shirts right there. So he could wear this style, but I don't think he'd be wearing a Purdue Hawaiian with Tony Soprano.
Something with Jersey on it, though.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. It would just have, like, the Rutgers logo and then pictures of Satrials all over it. It's $80. $80. By the way, people in the chat room are saying, husband went to Purdue, not a party person. Oh, gosh. That's just terrible.
We're outing
right
our spouses.
And maybe a terrible thing to admit in a chat room between you and producer Carl. There's just a lot of selling down the river is what's happening. If you found yourself, if you are a Purdue person, check on your spouse. They're just mean as hell today. I don't know if it's a good deal or not. I know it's a very niche market. I think it's a cool shirt. I don't know if they sell them in other places. I don't know. But I'll let the Purdue people let me know which way this goes. It's there on the marketplace for you. Check it out for yourself. Let us know if you purchased it. Find everything at WIBC.com. Tony Katz, 93 WIBC. Good morning. HVAC companies. Yeah, there's a lot of them out there, and there's a lot of them that have very confusing offers. You don't need confusing offers. Masters Heating and Cooling. They keep it simple, and you can get a full second opinion from one of their master comfort advisors completely free, so you can make your next home decision with confidence and peace of mind. MastersIndy.com, Masters Heating and Cooling. They're the people to call when you need an HVAC system that works. Whether you need just a little tweak or a tune-up, how about $69 for the early bird fall tune-up, or you need a complete system replacement. Masters Heating and Cooling has got you covered, and they've got 0% financing for up to 60 months with a qualified system purchase. That cannot be combined with other offers. Talk to mastersindy.com and get more details. They've got the professionals. They take great care of you. They've done incredible work at my home. My system runs fantastic, and when I need something, they are right there with it. Masters Heating and Cooling. Speak to them today. Tell them Tony Katz sent you. 317-881-9074. 317-881-9074. Masters Heating and Cooling. 881-9074 or online at mastersindy.com. That's mastersindy.com.
The government shutdown enters day number 37.
93 WIBC.
The longest government shutdown in history drags on.
The FAA says starting Friday, it will reduce air traffic by 10%.
What happens next?
Hundreds of thousands of Hoosier families are in limbo because of the shutdown.
Happens here.
I think he should be very nice to me. You know, I'm the one that sort of has to approve a lot of things coming to him.
The Supreme Court weighing the legality of Trump's tariffs.
If his community wants a casino, Indianapolis would be a profitable option.
On air, online, and on Alexa.
At Advent, nasal congestion and sinus infections can be solved with an in-office 20-minute procedure. Elsewhere, expect surgery.
Everyone's talking about Galaxy Concrete Coatings and their transformation, like your neighbor Brett.
We did Galaxy for the sidewalks and also the porch. The porch had a few pits. Galaxy said that was no problem.
Home or business, Galaxy Concrete Coatings got you covered.
Obviously with the front sidewalk and step, so we didn't worry about any kind of slipping. You know, you're concerned about that after rain. And then when it did dry, it didn't spot, it didn't stain. It was just like it had been done yesterday.
Lots of styles to choose from, 4 times stronger than epoxy, and it comes with a lifetime warranty.
One thing that my wife commented on was how easy the Galaxy coating swept versus just the bare concrete.
Click on GalaxyConcreteCoatings.com now. That's Galaxy Concrete Coatings. And remember to like us on Facebook. Galaxy Concrete Coatings. We're out of this world.
We moved here recently. I didn't even think twice about calling anyone else but Galaxy to come do this house.
Traffic on the 5s. Matthew Bear is out today. Dominic Fortini, what do you know?
Well, we're seeing some scattered showers pass about north and west of the city, north and east of the city in the Fishers area this morning. We're seeing that on the jam cam, some wet roadways in southbound 69 on the brakes at 106. But we've been watching it all morning. Still have the off-ramp closed southbound 65 near West Street. That's because an overturned semi blocks the right lane there with heavy delays back into King Street. Eastbound 465 on the south side locked up. Keystone to Emerson. Northbound 65 in the brakes from the north split into West Street. Traffic sponsored by B Window. It's B Window's biggest sale of the year. Get up to 68% off plus no interest, no payments for 24 months. Call now or go to bwindow.com. I'm Dominic Fortini with traffic on the 5s. Follow us on X at WIBC Traffic.
We have got 52 degrees in the American Standard Heating Weather Center. The time is 7:46.
By now, you've heard about IndianaUnclaimed.gov. It's a way to claim your unclaimed property from the Indiana Attorney General's Unclaimed Property Division. It's not a scam. It's not houses, boats, cars, or storage facilities. It isn't free money. So what exactly is it? It's your money. It belongs to you, and it's waiting for you to claim it. It's money from unclaimed wages or commissions, forgotten bank accounts, underlying shares, refunds, insurance proceeds, stock dividends, safe deposit box contents, overpayments, certificates of deposit, money orders, and more. The Indiana Attorney General's Unclaimed Property Division safeguards those funds while trying to locate and return those funds to the owner or heir. It's your money, you deserve it, and the Attorney General's office wants to make sure you get it. The Attorney General's Unclaimed Property Division has over $800 million just waiting to be claimed. Text Tony Katz to 46220. That's Tony Katz to 46220. Or visit IndianaUnclaimed.gov to claim yours today.
Progressive presents Employee of the Month. Small Business Edition. Today's recipient from Lucky Larry's Landscaping, Larry! Larry saved his business money with a quick commercial auto quote from Progressive. Does it help he's his own marketing manager, accountant, executive assistant, and never been late? Technically, yes, but saving really put him over the edge. So, Larry, give Larry a round of applause. Be your own Larry. See if you could save in as little as 8 minutes at ProgressiveCommercial.com. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and Affiliates.
Hear that? That's Mike. He took ZQL Pure Z's, so now he's sleeping soundly on a Sunday night. ZQL Pure Z's are fast-acting melatonin gummies with a complementary botanical blend to help Mike get the sleep he needs to wake up refreshed and ready to conquer Monday.
Let's do this Monday.
ZQL Pure Z's, just for sleep. Really great sleep. These statements have not been evaluated by the Food and Drug Administration. These products are not intended to diagnose, treat, cure, or prevent any disease. Use as directed.
Technology Recyclers is the safe and ethical choice for your computer and electronics recycling. R2 certified, 100% landfill free, guaranteed destruction of data, and absolutely free pickups. Visit tech-recyclers.com.
A girl in Kenya dreams of becoming a doctor. An elder in Guatemala dreams of becoming part of a community. Reach out and change their world, and it will change your own. Unbound.org.
Keep the streak alive. Before they hit the field, you need to hit the Ultimate Colts tailgate at the Slippery Noodle. Sunday, November 30th. Kick off your day at 9:30 a.m. Join fellow fans for tailgate games, pregame fuel, and the absolute best pre-kickoff action to get you going.
Honestly, if we're going to be getting some Christopher Cross, we may just have to listen to this. The Attorney General, Todd Rokita, is scheduled to be with us at 8:15. Lawsuits against the Indianapolis Public Schools and people angry about it. We'll talk to the Attorney General about it. Buc-ee's possibly coming to Indianapolis. I'll get into that story in the next hour as well. But this was the headline. Kansas mayor charged with election fraud a day after winning re-election. He is not a United States citizen. So KSN TV has this story. The mayor of Coldwater is the name of the place. Jose Joe Ceballos, re-elected on Tuesday, charged by Chris Kobach, the Attorney General of Kansas. Kobach said this guy was facing criminal charges for 3 counts of voting without being qualified and 3 counts of election perjury. He is not a United States citizen. He is a legal permanent resident of the United States and a citizen of Mexico. State law requires a city officer to be a qualified elector. If a person who is not a U.S. citizen actually ends up on the ballot for an office, then a U.S. citizen lost the opportunity to obtain that office, so it's the same point. Allow me. If there is an argument that non-citizens of a nation can obtain elected office in the nation, that argument is insane. Non-citizens. I didn't say they were born somewhere else and became American citizens. Non-citizens in elected office. We're nuts. It is not lost on anybody when you take a look at election results in New York and you see the amount of people not born in the United States who voted for Mamdani. The hatred for the United States from people who are in the United States. And how does that happen? It happens because we've done a very, very poor job in who we decide comes into the United States. And the answer is no, it's not for everybody. This place is not for everybody. But Tony, give us your tired, your poor, your huddled masses yearning to breathe free. Those people wanted to be Americans, knew it was a better way of life, and were willing to do the work. My grandparents, possibly yours, willing to do the work. And these people come in and say, we don't have to do any work, you have to do for us. Nah. Not only nah, I say let's fight about it. There are crazy arguments happening all over the place. I saw this argument. Maybe the nuttiest thing that I've ever seen. Somebody wrote on this Twitter X, right? It's a hellscape. Despite what gets spun, Sharia law isn't this evil, misogynistic medieval system that oppresses women. In its full ethical understanding, Sharia law upholds social justice, human rights, equality, gender equity, and robust crime deterrence. In many elements, Sharia would be far more effective than current civil law. And I responded with, my gosh, you can say anything on X. I don't know who they are. It could be a parody account. But if there was anybody anywhere suggesting that their city, because of a certain population, should be engaging other laws other than the Constitution, they should be thrown out of the country. It's a usurpation. And we tried that with the Civil War, and we put the bastards down. So I don't want to hear that it can't happen again. As a matter of fact, if we want to know what it is I think about when I have time to myself, which isn't enough time, it's exactly this. I have stated to you on every occasion possible, the only way out is through. There are people who believe that you can be in the country illegally and vote. People believe you can be a non-citizen and attain office, which I would have to guess check certain state laws or federal laws. And people who believe that somehow, because they have a certain population in a certain city, that therefore they should be able to institute different laws. We have a country or we don't. End of list. We have laws or we don't. And some people have made the foolhardy statement that we're getting ready for another civil war. We're in it. And the only way out is through. But it's not, the Civil War is about people who want America and people who don't. We're going to find out who wins. And it is that ugly, and it is that rough, and it is that awful, and I apologize for having to be the one to tell you. But here we are. Look at what's going on around you. Matt Bear, out today. Dominic Fortini has traffic.
The overturned semi takes out the right lane, southbound 65 at West Street. Also takes out the off-ramp to West Street. Heavy delays begin back at King Street. We've got some slowdowns northbound 65 from 465 to 86th Street as well. We continue to ramp up in travel times and traffic volume on the eastbound side of 465 with delays between Ditch and Meridian. Eastbound 465 on the south side locks up Keystone to Emerson. Traffic is sponsored by B Window. Transform your bath and double the value. It's B Window's Black Friday bath sale. Buy one bath, get one free. Plus, no interest and no payments for 24 months. Call now or visit bwindow.com. I'm Dominic Fortini with traffic on the 5s. Follow us on X at WIBC Traffic.
It's the Medicare Advantage annual enrollment period, and Humana knows not everyone has the same needs when picking a Medicare Advantage plan.
Now that I'm retired, I want to enjoy the life I've worked hard to build. So I want a plan that covers me when I'm traveling the country.
Humana has a plan for that.
As a veteran, I want a plan that fills in the gaps my VA coverage doesn't provide, like dental care.
Humana has a plan for that.
I feel good about my health. I just want care and coverage with predictable costs. No surprises.
Humana has a plan for that. With a Humana Medicare Advantage plan, you get coverage and benefits that focus on what matters most to you. Learn more at gethumana.com. Humana, a more human way to healthcare. Humana is a Medicare Advantage HMO and PPO organization with a Medicare contract. Enrollment in any Humana plan depends on contract renewal.
Comcast Business can help turn your small business into a connected, secure, modern business. It's how retailers become constantly connecting must-visit shops. How restaurants become reliably up and running neighborhood favorites. How healthcare offices become the data-protecting caregivers that we all depend on. And how wealth management firms become cyber-securing guardians of your information. With reliable connectivity, enhanced cybersecurity, and Wi-Fi backup, your business can stay connected and get threat-ready with Comcast Business, powering possibilities.
Get started with our reliable business internet. Plus, stay connected when you add Wi-Fi backup for just $35 a month. And ask about a $400 prepaid card on a qualifying gig bundle. Call today. Restrictions apply. Wireless Connect requires business internet for additional monthly charge. Taxes and other fees extra. Prepaid card offer ends 11/16/25.
Hi, it's Denny Smith, and when temps are dropping, it means your water heater, softeners, and even those old pipes are under stress. Fall's the time when rain hits, the ground shifts, and tree roots start tearing into those old clay or PVC lines. LD Smith Plumbing can handle it all. Water heaters, softeners, leaks, even gas line inspections before you fire up that furnace or fireplace. And don't forget those hoses, hose bibs, and crawl space vents before the freeze hits. Call my friends at LD Smith Plumbing, the local pros I trust, or just head to ldsmithplumbing.com today.
Truck drivers, the holiday rush is here. Take advantage by becoming a Schneider driver. By driving for one of America's busiest carriers, you'll stay busy during the holiday season and throughout the new year. Plus, as a Schneider driver, you'll have access to top quality driver support and newer equipment spec'd with the latest safety and comfort features that drivers want. Don't wait. Get a jump on 2026 by exploring jobs in your area today at SchneiderJobs.com. That's SchneiderJobs.com.
There's one name for every home system: Chapman. Heating, air conditioning, plumbing, drains, electrical, and now proudly serving Bloomington. Remember the man for all seasons, and now more reasons. Chapman. ChapmanHeating.com.
The best AI for your business isn't artificial. It's advisor intelligence. With Horizon, you get real people to help you drive real growth. Open your business account today at horizonbank.com/businessai. Member FDIC, equal housing lender.
Welcome to Tire Discounters. Oh, hiya, Phantom.
Mike, is it true?
What's that?
Tire Discounters is offering up to $200 off sets of Goodyear tires?
Absolutely.
Plus free alignment and a full synthetic oil change?
You got it.
I'm not one to exaggerate, but that may be the best deal in the history of the world.
But free would be better.
Mike, don't toy with me.
Through the holidays, every day we're open, someone will get their money back on 4 tires.
But I...
Just breathe, Phantom. Breathe.
purchase necessary. Ends 12/31/25. Visit website for details.
Coming up in 2 minutes, what Indianapolis cops are saying about a crash and then a shooting. You want to avoid downtown Indy. That's what I'm trying to say. Those stories after Fox News from the Technology Recyclers Studios. 93 WIBC, WIBC HD1, Indianapolis. It's 8 o'clock.
All eyes on the skies. Gianna Gelosi, Fox News. Hundreds of flights are canceled across the country today as the FAA looks to ease strain on air traffic controllers as the government shutdown drags on.
The FAA has ordered airlines to reduce the number of flights by 4% starting today, ramping up to 10% next week at the nation's busiest airports, including Atlanta, Denver, Dallas, Orlando, Miami, and San Francisco. The National Air Traffic Controller Association President Nick Daniels says staffing issues are getting worse as they've now missed 2 paychecks and some workers are having trouble paying for gas, food, and childcare.
There was a trainee today that before I just left the office to come here said, I've been evicted.
United says some regional and domestic flights that do not fly between hubs will be impacted. Delta and American say they anticipate most travel will carry on as scheduled, but they will help schedule changes and offer refunds to those impacted. Jessica Rosenthal, Fox News.
The Senate likely takes a test vote on a new plan to end the 38-day shutdown today.
Republicans plan a test vote today with changes in spending bill details that could sway some Democratic support to reopen the federal government. A new bill is expected to propose funding the government into January. Others would provide money to operate the Department of Agriculture, the military and construction, and the legislative branch through the next fiscal year. Along with that, an added promise of a vote on subsidies for the Affordable Care Act, or Obamacare, would be included. If every Senate Republican backs the measures, only 7 Democrats would need to cross over to reach the 60 votes needed for approval. Gernal Scott, Fox News.
Meanwhile, a federal judge ordering the Trump administration Thursday to fund food stamps in full for roughly 42 million low-income Americans. But the Justice Department almost immediately told the court that it is going to appeal that ruling. America's listening to Fox News.
93 WIBC Mobile News. On the level, on the go.
Somebody got a knock on their door to tell them that their loved one was dead this morning. It's a damp morning in downtown Indy. Light rain coming down, temps staying at around 51. Things will get dry later with highs climbing to 65 this afternoon. I'm Ryan Hedrick, and here's what's trending at 8:02.
A life was lost, and that's tragic. Anytime a life is lost is tragic. But what makes it even worse is that decisions could have been made here tonight to avoid that.
A woman was shot and killed late Thursday night along East 10th Street in Indy. It began as a 2-car crash outside the East Side Pantry, and things got heated quick. A fight broke out. IMPD Captain Rod Ryder says someone pulled out a gun during the altercation, and that's when the shooting happened.
Right now, detectives are just piecing together video surveillance, locating witnesses, trying to determine exactly what happened tonight.
And the woman died at the hospital. A weather shift is on the way. Jason Puma is a forecaster at the National Weather Service. He says some parts of Indiana could see snow, though central Indiana might miss out.
However, up further north, this time of year, we get into what's called lake effect season. And you have that cold air going across that warmer lake, and that can result in some heavier areas of snow.
And Puma says the rain will clear out of Indy at about 9:30 this morning. The state of Indiana is suing Indianapolis Public Schools.
Indiana Attorney General Todd Rokita says IPS is preventing ICE from gaining access to school grounds and gathering information about students, defying the state's anti-sanctuary law.
Those kinds of sanctuary policies are bad in any context, and they are especially troubling if they're in schools. Schools across the country have sometimes been infiltrated by criminal, illegal aliens.
A lawsuit was filed in Marion County Thursday. Rokita said earlier this year an illegal immigrant father voluntarily decided to self-deport and asked for his child to come with him, but IPS didn't cooperate with ICE, refusing to hand the student over. Jarrett Lewis, 93 WIBC Mobile News.
Lace up. Race day is here, and if you're not running the marathon, don't worry. Traffic might have you doing a little walking anyway.
That means gridlock anywhere in the city that's hosting the 26.2-mile course. Major thoroughfares like Meridian Street and Penn will close from downtown to Fall Creek Parkway. Meridian will also be closed on the north side from 46 to the White River. Part of 38th Street will be closed from the State Fairgrounds to Washington Boulevard. Also, you can expect downtown Indy and the Mass Ave Cultural District to be undrivable until mid-morning.
That's Matt Baer reporting. If you're flying out of Indianapolis today, you could expect fewer flights. The FAA is asking airlines to cut back at airports across the country, including Indianapolis, because air traffic controllers have been working without pay for weeks during the government shutdown, which is in day 38 today. Indianapolis Colts fans meet Sauce Gardner, your new cornerback.
Got a call from Muji, the GM for the Jets, and, obviously the trade deadline was coming up, so I was just like, please let it be, like, my ideal situation.
And Sauce is out of concussion protocol. The Colts play the Atlanta Falcons in Berlin on Sunday at 9:30 a.m. And the Indiana Pacers are in Denver tomorrow to start a West Coast road trip with the Nuggets. I'm Brian Hedrick on the level, on the go, and at WIBC.com. At 8:05, traffic on the fives, and here's Dominic Fortini.
The biggest trouble spot this morning still in place. Southbound 65, the right lane block with an overturned semi as you approach West Street, but the delay begins closer to King Street. That delay pretty thick at this point. Southbound 65, you also have the exit ramp to West Street closed as crews try to upright that semi and clear it for us. Northbound 65 on the brakes, 465 and 86. Getting a little bit heavier with an increase in traffic volume. Southbound 69, stop and go traffic from 106th into 465. Traffic is sponsored by Great Lakes Honda of Fishers. It's Black Friday all month long at Great Lakes Honda of Fishers. This week only, lease a 2025 Accord SE for just $299 a month with zero down, plus get 2 years of complimentary maintenance. I'm Dominic Fortini with Traffic on the Fives. Follow us on X at WIBC Traffic.
Tara Hastings, Wish TV meteorologist. What are we feeling out there?
Hey, good morning. We've got pretty mild conditions out there right now. A few scattered showers possible early this morning, maybe a rumble of thunder. The rain will not last all day, though. It'll exit by late morning, and we'll look for a partly cloudy sky this afternoon. It's going to be breezy with highs near 66. Tonight, partly cloudy skies, lows will fall to 41. On Saturday, look for partly cloudy skies, a chance for some rain late in the day. We'll go with a high of 60. And then chilly conditions settle in for the end of the week, early next week. Scattered rain and, yes, snow showers possible on Sunday with highs near 42. Oh, it's going to be blustery out there. Taste of winter. Cloudy and cold Monday. A few flurries, highs only near 38. And I should mention, early Monday morning, low temperatures will be into the 20s with wind chill values into the teens. So, heads up.
Okay. All right, I have to take control back. Turn off the music, producer Carl.
Oh, no. Uh-oh.
The sound effects stop, Carl. They stop. Do you hear me?
Dad's mad.
Did you say Dad's mad? You wait your turn, young lady. I'll get to you in a second. It stops, and it stops now because we're not able to hear what Tara says over the sound effect. And we need to hear Tara because people want to know what's going on with the weather, and we can't interrupt that. Right? Tara,
yes.
If you encourage Carl one more time, I'm doing a podcast with Marcus Bailey. One more time, young lady. And me and Drew Narsutis are going right to the top.
Yes, Dad. Sorry.
I didn't want it to have to be this way. Hurts me more than it hurts you. And that, kids, is how you keep control. Put me in, Coach. I'll handle this whole shutdown nonsense, no problem.
There you go.
Right there. And the people will cheer. That's proper use of a sound effect.
There you go. Mm-hmm.
Thank you
Good
very,
job. Very
much. That was not necessary, Carl. That was me, actually. I did that. Anyway. Tara Hastings. We're going to work on this podcast. Wish TV, because the people want it. They clearly want it. Or maybe they just want you and me talking on stage at a bar.
I mean, that could happen, too.
Tara and Tony, one night only for the second time. That'll be the name of the show.
That would be. That's a good name.
Right?
Yep.
Oh, we could do that. We could do that, but but it's going to take work. You can't just show up and chit chat. You got to actually put in the work. Are you ready?
All right. I'm ready. We'll put in the work.
She's so not ready. She's going to go do weather stuff. Tara Hastings, Wish TV meteorologist. I appreciate you very, very much. Thank you. Go. B. We've got 52 degrees in the American Standard Heating Weather Center. The time is 8:09. The shutdown continues. The FAA, as was announced by Sean Duffy, the Transportation Secretary, they're cutting 10% of flights. It's really, I think it's a ramping up process to get to 10% because they don't have the air traffic controllers to be able to handle everything. Tony Katz, 93 WIBC. Good morning. Good to be with you. It is my take that the Republicans should simply say, we've passed the continuing resolution, we've done all we can do, here you go. And every time they say Republican shutdown, Pramila Jayapal should be asked, I don't know why you favor Senate Democrats letting children starve and die, but you're disgusting and there's a place in hell for you. And walk away. I believe it should get that personal at this stage of the game. Because what Democrats believe is they can create all the pain in the world and Republicans will acquiesce, teaching Democrats to instill more pain. And people are suffering. That's legit. And that's the way this is. Pass the continuing resolution and then vote on the other things. You've already stated that it's political. Okay. We think it's more than that. So nothing happens until you make a change. Nothing happens. And if this goes into month 6, so be it. But President Trump is wrong. The answer is not get rid of the filibuster. That's not the answer. Because you don't have the system set up to do all the things you want to do just yet. Because if you get rid of the filibuster, you got to do everything in the span of 2 weeks. Whoop, done. You got to make sure everybody's on board. It's a lot of whip counts. But if you reward the Democratic Party with acquiescence, all they will learn is this is the tactic. Inflict pain. Inflict pain. People got to learn. There's a lawsuit filed by the Attorney General of Indiana, Todd Rokita, against Indianapolis Public Schools. The Attorney General, Todd Rokita, will be with us coming up next. Keep it here. This is Tony Katz, 93 WIBC. Good morning.
Imagine being the wizard of your own home. With Xfinity, intelligent self-healing Wi-Fi fixes problems like magic. It boostifies speeds to your devices when you need it most and makes your favorite Wicked content sparklify on every screen. All while a spell of protection helps keep your family safe online. When you're out in Oz, Xfinity Mobile joins Wi-Fi and 5G to keep your phone connected from here to the Emerald City. If you had the most intelligent Wi-Fi from Xfinity, everything would work together for good. And now you can cast a spell to stop time and keep your internet bill steady for 5 whole years with the Xfinity 5-year price guarantee. No contracts or commitments with amazifying equipment included. Xfinity, imagine that. And see Wicked for good, only in theaters November 21st. Restrictions apply. Select plans only. Xfinity Mobile requires Xfinity Internet.
Bet365 is paying out before the final whistle.
Check out Bet365's unrivaled early payout offer. When you bet on a team to win and they take a 17-point lead, you get paid no matter the final score. Forget the final whistle and start counting that cash. Hold up. You get early payout on parlays, too.
Download the app and see why it's never ordinary at Bet365. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-9-WITH-IT. 21 plus only. Must be physically located in Indiana. T&Cs apply.
If your dream home includes enough room for family and friends to gather during the holidays or anytime, Joyner Homes can build you the most beautiful custom home right now and ready for you to move in next year. Joyner Homes builds character-rich, smart design homes. Check out their 5-star Google reviews, visit their model homes 7 days a week, learn about their in-home architectural team, and get inspired at joynerhomes.com, where you'll see pricing and floor plans. That's joynerhomes.com, JOYNER homes.com.
Another accident? What happened? Our truck driver got cut off, and they're getting blamed. No witnesses, no proof, and insurance is skyrocketing.
Wait, our drivers shouldn't take the blame for this?
Exactly why we need Samsara. Their AI dashcam show real-time video proving when our drivers aren't at fault.
So we protect our drivers and avoid false claims?
Yep. Companies using Samsara have exonerated their drivers and saved millions on insurance.
Protect your drivers and your bottom line at Samsara.com. Samsara. Operate smarter.
Traffic on the 5s with the only person today who has not yet annoyed me, Dominic Fortini, in for Matt Baer. What's going on, Dominic?
Give it time. Southbound 65 got an overturned semi knocking out the right lane near West Street. That'll create a heavy delay back into King Street. Also have the off-ramp closed at West Street as well. Northbound 65 on the brakes, 465 to 86. Still spotting those heavier delays. Southbound 69 beginning near 106. And on the north side, looks like we've got some heavier delays westbound between Meridian and Michigan. Meanwhile, we've got the Monumental Marathon this weekend. Watch for road closures starting off to early tomorrow. Those should wrap up by mid-afternoon. Traffic is sponsored by Allstate. Some people just know you could save money on car insurance by checking Allstate first. So what are you waiting for? Check Allstate first for a quote today. You're in good hands with Allstate. I'm Dominic Fortini with traffic on the 5s. Follow us on X at WIBC Traffic.
53 degrees in the American Standard Heating Weather Center. The time is 8:16.
What's Jeff Saturday up to these days?
Retiring from football means a lot of things for a guy like me. It means more time to pick up some hobbies, like baking, puzzles, and some gardening. It also means pinching pennies. And that's why I look for unclaimed property at indianaunclaimed.gov. Look, it's your money, and they want you to have it. So check indianaunclaimed.gov or text Jeff to 46220 and search now.
There's nothing like when you get that part from eBay and it just fits. Yeah, the first time. So you can do less of this and get right back to more of this. At eBay, you'll find all the parts you need, guaranteed to fit, at prices you'll love. Sounds good, doesn't it? eBay. Things people love. Eligible items only. Exclusions apply.
Inside Indiana Business Radio, the news you need to get ahead. Indiana's business news leader, weekdays at 6:32 a.m. and 5:56 p.m. on WIBC.
The Attorney General's Office, reuniting Hoosiers with over $1 million in unclaimed property every week. Visit indianaunclaimed.gov or text Tony Katz to 46220 today.
We're announcing a new enforcement action my office is taking to eliminate local government policies in Indiana that give sanctuary to illegal aliens. I am bringing a lawsuit against the Indianapolis Public Schools over their policies that hamstring ICE's ability to keep our schools safe from criminal illegal aliens.
That was a statement yesterday, video statement put out by the Attorney General of Indiana, Todd Rokita. I'm Tony Katz, 93 WIBC. Good morning. Good to be with you. He was standing next to Chad Wolf, the former acting Secretary of Homeland Security. While he made this statement, the Attorney General, Todd Rokita, joins us right now. Full disclosure, Indiana Unclaimed is run by the Attorney General's office. It is a sponsor of a segment on this show and on this station. That does not change how we do the interview. You'll decide for yourself. I am just a believer in the full disclosure. Let's start, sir, with what it is that we're saying here. You're going about this lawsuit for ignoring, against IPS, for ignoring immigration law, interfering with ICE. Is this because of what they've said, or is this because of something they've done?
Hey, Tony, good to be with you. Both, really. It started January 8th when ICE reached out to me, and they needed help because they were getting stonewalled by IPS. And the reason they were getting stonewalled is because there was a child of an illegal alien who was at the school. Now, you remember Kristi Noem advertised the idea of self-deporting, and that resulted in thousands and thousands of people here illegally deporting themselves voluntarily so that they might have a chance later in life to come back the right way without being penalized. Well, there was a father here in Indianapolis who wanted to do just that, and so he contacted the school to get his kid so that they could go back to wherever they came from. The school wouldn't give up the kid. And so ICE reached out to us, and we inquired. We started an investigation that led to phone calls, that led to letters that were ultimately ignored by IPS. And it led us to discovering that they have a pretty clear policy. So in writing that forbids their employees from cooperating with ICE unless the superintendent approves, not collecting or maintaining anything about immigration status, and not allowing any law enforcement or ICE law enforcement in to any non-public areas of the school without.
But could we agree, just
warrant.
as allowing me to interrupt, and I appreciate that we would see these things as different things. Not allowing ICE or law enforcement into the school is far different than whether or not we expect schools to be keeping copious notes on all the students.
True. And that's not what the requirement is. But the Indiana law does require you not to operate a sanctuary jurisdiction. So when you take these policies together, what we're alleging, and will be successful, is that they're operating a sanctuary jurisdiction. Now, remember, Tom Holman, who was here just a few weeks ago at my invitation, and talked about it then, but he's also talked about it consistently for the last 10 months or so. Joe Biden and his administration let in 400,000 children unaccompanied, without parents. They're roaming this country right now, 400,000 kids. Now think about the sex trafficking implications and everything else that goes along with that. Who's to say that some of those 400,000 kids aren't in Indiana schools, aren't at IPS? And so there's a huge issue there. And to say you're going to have a policy that actually prohibits them collecting any information that would help ICE find these 400,000 kids is a real problem, Tony. And I'm not going to take that line down.
Talking to the Attorney General of Indiana, Todd Rokita, and I absolutely think about those kids who have been trafficked up here. Where are they now? What exactly is happening to them? How the Biden administration clearly in levels of admission lost sight of them, lost track of them, lost count of them. It is horrifying. But when you talk about a lawsuit, how does one engage a level of enforcement here? To sue a school district is different than whether or not a specific teacher actually follows the rules or tries to subvert them. So what is the enforcement mechanism at play?
Well, it would be to enjoin the school from operating a sanctuary city. So they'd get rid of these policies, they'd get rid of these rules, they'd cooperate with ICE. That's the relief we're looking for.
But you might still have to, if there was a teacher doing X or an administrator doing Y, you may still have to deal with them on a different law enforcement basis. This is about a removal of rules that are situated, that exist to stop, whether it's you, law enforcement in Indiana, or federal law enforcement from doing its job.
Right, and this is a civil lawsuit. So in Indiana, the General Assembly has not given the Attorney General criminal jurisdiction over, for example, your example about a teacher or something like that. That would still be the local prosecutor. That would be local law enforcement, that kind of thing. However, the General Assembly has instructed me to enforce against any local jurisdictions that are operating a sanctuary city or school or anything like that. And so that's the nature of this law.
So if it's up to the local prosecutor in Indianapolis, that would be Ryan Mears. And we have seen that is not somebody who actually thinks that the role of being a prosecutor means actually prosecuting.
Right.
Have
That's
you
the real
spoken
problem.
to him about this at all?
No, because this is a civil matter, so I wouldn't necessarily speak to him about, this. Again, the statute that I'm operating under, given to me by the General Assembly.
Have you spoken to him about prosecuting those teachers, those administrators, those within school districts at IPS who don't follow the letter of the law?
Well, no, that's my jurisdiction, and it's a civil violation. And he does criminal law. So, no, I wouldn't have a reason to do that. But there's a million other things to talk about, right? With regard to the fact that Indianapolis is one of the worst crime-ridden cities in the U.S. I think it was ranked number 1 recently, so especially per capita, which is the reason I asked President Trump, actually, to come in and help out.
Yes, you did.
You got to understand, Tony, so in Indiana, the Attorney General's office isn't even called for in our Constitution. I don't know if you knew that. It's a statutory creation. So everything that I can do or not do is usually prescribed in statute. In Indiana, the local prosecutors, and all of them, it doesn't matter really, Republican or Democrat, are very, very vehemently and jealously protect their discretion to file criminal charges. They're the only ones in the state that really can do that. And so in other states, my counterparts I do have criminal jurisdiction in other states. My counterparts do. So, but in this state, I don't. So, I ask for help where I can get it. I'm still a citizen of the state. I'm still a taxpayer. I'm still a leader in the state. And so when you don't have a prosecutor that cooperates, that doesn't prosecute whole swaths of crimes, you go to other places to ask for help.
Talking to the Attorney General of Indiana, Todd Rokita, you did make a statement on social media where you said, hey, President Trump, send the National Guard here to Indianapolis. We need it. What has been the response from Governor Braun, Lieutenant Governor Beckwith, Republicans in the House, in the Senate, and from the president himself?
I know we've been talking to the White House a little bit about it, so there's that. And I haven't heard anything from Governor Braun, Lieutenant Governor Beckwith, or anyone else really that you mentioned.
Is it a problem in your view that you're not hearing from these people, or they haven't made this call for the Trump administration to get involved yet? You had to be the first?
Well, we're all leaders. I'm a statewide elected official leading. I saw an issue, waited a little bit to see if anyone else was going to do anything about it. And, as you know, Tony, and you know me, I don't wait around too long and do what I can where I can. So we'll see what happens with that. There's a lot of federal property here in the city of Indianapolis, and so there's reason for the president to come. I think he'd be welcomed here. Aside from very local leaders, I think the state would welcome him here. And it's our capital city, just like Washington, D.C. is our capital city. Well, so is Indianapolis for the state. So we all have an interest, no matter where we live in the state of Indiana. We all have an interest in making sure our capital city is a safe place, is a place we can all be proud of, is a place we can all go to and bring our friends and family members from out of state here and show off. And it's hard to do that right now.
There has been a lot of conversation about why the state does not get more involved in the safety and security of Indianapolis. It has been broached before, and the city leadership, quote unquote, the civic leaders and others who have nothing to say about crime in general will say, hey, state, leave us alone. This is none of your concern. Are you a believer that the state should be more involved in Indianapolis' safety and security and engage a level of takeover, or should the city be engaged in removing the mayor from such a leadership position and institute a town council system, or a town manager system, I should say, that would leave the mayor to be ceremonial?
Well, I firmly believe that people need to pick their leaders, and they shouldn't be removed except by the people. So there's that. But aside from that, I've watched as a guy from Northwest Indiana who served in a couple different statewide offices now, I've watched this city grow and climb and be something that punched way above its weight. And it took decades. And I just cannot believe the city fathers and mothers and others who built up this city over the last decades, who associate with other names like Lugar and Hudnut and Goldsmith, wouldn't support me in this effort to help get this city cleaned up, right? I mean, so much time, so much money, so much effort has been put into all this over decades just to see it go right down the toilet like this, and we're going to stand by and say, oh, that's okay, it's just those Democrats, that's how they do things, they're different, and poor Joe Hogsett, and what? Absolutely not. And so that's kind of what was going on in the back of my mind when I put out the social media post.
Attorney General Todd Rokita, I appreciate you taking the time to be with us. Dominic, stay right there. We'll catch you on the 5s at 8:35. We will have the traffic update for you. Tony Katz, 93 WIBC. Good morning.
Hear that? That's Mike. He took ZQL Ultra, so now he's sleeping soundly on a Sunday night. ZQL Ultra helps Mike fall asleep fast, stay asleep longer, and get the deeply restorative sleep he needs, so he can wake up refreshed and ready to conquer Monday.
Let's do this Monday.
ZQL Ultra. Not for colds, just for sleep. Really great sleep. Use as directed. Keep out of reach of children.
Inside Indiana Business Radio, the news you need to get ahead. Indiana's business news leader, weekdays at 6:32 a.m. and 5:56 p.m. on WIBC.
When it comes to your home, it's important to sell it to someone you can trust. Simple Quarters has helped over 3,000 families sell their homes in Indiana.
I'm excited to start the new chapter of my life. I'm going to be moving 2 states away to be with my husband. Ronnie came out to do my walkthrough. It was great. We had a chance to talk about the house. We had a chance to listen to what my goals were, and they helped me to meet them. Then I had the offer, I believe, within 2 hours of them coming through and doing the walkthrough. Simple Quarters never tried to change their offer at any point during the process. Once they gave me that offer, it stood. The offer was absolutely fair. They did explain to me how they came to that price, and it was a fair offer. The best part about this process is I didn't have to make any repairs to the house. Simple Quarters has taken it as is, which is a huge stress relief. It just couldn't have worked out better. It really couldn't have.
Call Simple Quarters 317-900-HOME. 317-900-HOME.
Sundown Gardens is continuing their big fall sale. Come shop the nursery to save now to add trees and shrubs to your landscape. Whether you're adding shade, color, or curb appeal, fall planting helps trees and shrubs root in for the winter, and they'll thrive next spring. The best part? All nursery items are now 30 to 50% off. That's 30 to 50% off. Shop now and save at Sundown Gardens, located on the corner of 186th Street and Spring Mill Road in Westfield, sundown.gardens.com.
93 WIBC Mobile News. On the level, on the go.
It's like Groundhog Day in Washington, D.C., and delays across airports in the nation. It's a wet start in Indianapolis. Light rain on radar, 51 degrees. Conditions are expected to improve with skies clearing. Highs reaching around 65 this afternoon. I'm Ryan Hedrick. Here's what's trending at 8:31. If you're flying out of Indianapolis today, expect fewer flights. The FAA says air traffic controllers haven't been paid since the shutdown. Indy's already seen cancellations. A similar story is going on in Atlanta.
The TSA checkpoints are reporting wait times anywhere from no wait to 15 minutes, so that's pretty good.
Fox's Jonathan Siri at Hartsfield Jackson International Airport.
There are more than 500 flight delays and more than 800 cancellations across the U.S., and passengers are noticing the effects. Federal transportation officials are cutting back on flights incrementally, starting with a 4% reduction today, leading up to a 10% reduction next Friday.
Southwest, Delta, and American Airlines all reporting cancellations and or delays in Indianapolis this morning. The government shutdown now in day 38 as the Senate tries once again to end it.
Senate Republicans are aiming for a test vote on a new spending package that would include long-term funding for the Department of Agriculture, the legislative branch, and the military until next fall. It would also include a promise for a vote on Obamacare subsidies.
As Fox's Madeline Rivera, a judge has ordered the Trump administration to fully fund SNAP by today. The government is rolling out price cuts on popular obesity medications. 2 leading drug makers plan to drop the cost of their injectable weight loss treatments to around $350 a month, a big shift from the current prices, which are about $1,000 a month right now. The move is part of a push to make these medications more affordable and accessible. In Fishers yesterday,
the suspect did fire shots. He was armed. We have recovered a firearm from his vehicle. We've also recovered shell casings in and around his vehicle that we believe came from his gun.
Indiana State Police Sergeant John Perrine talking about a shooting involving Fishers cops and Caleb Weiss, a guy who they say killed someone last year.
We also have damage to one of the police vehicles that is consistent with gunfire.
Weiss was taken to the hospital. He's in rough shape this morning. With Christmas right around the corner, you could check out an event with fun activities this weekend.
This weekend, kick off the holiday season at the Artisan Christmas Market at Heritage Farm in Flora.
We are primarily an alpaca farm, so we have about 30 quality vendors lined up. Potters, glass arts, we'll have woodworking, just all sorts of really neat and one-of-a-kind items. We'll have some live music playing in the heated welcome barn, and then we'll have fantastic food. We'll have a mobile bar.
That's owner Tim Sheets, heritagefarmevents.com for.
And that's Terry Stacy reporting. And sports on WIBC, Sauce Gardner's all in with the Indianapolis Colts. Traded from the New York Jets this week for 2 first-rounders. He's not feeling any pressure. He's just fired up to be in Indy.
It was less about the Jets wanting to trade me and more about the Colts wanting me to be here. So, it's a great group of guys already here. Dominant offense, dominant defense, and, I look to just add a lot on and off the field here.
Gardner's out of concussion protocol and should be good to go this weekend. But the 7-2 Colts will be without DeForest Buckner. He's out with a neck injury. Sunday's game in Berlin against the Atlanta Falcons kicks off at 9:30 our time. The Denver Broncos are 8-2 after beating the Las Vegas Raiders 10-7 on Thursday night. Second-ranked IU takes on Penn State tomorrow at noon. 10th-ranked Notre Dame squares off against Navy, and the Indiana Pacers are struggling. They're 1-7 headed out to the west. They play Denver tomorrow. The Nuggets, and the tip time is about 8 o'clock. They've also shuffled the roster. Matt McClung's out, and Monty Morris is in. Sports brought to you by Ball State Athletics. I'm Ryan Hedrick on the level, on the go, and at WIBC.com at 8:35. Traffic on the 5s. Here's Dominic Fortini.
A lot of our delays around town thinning out and leveling off. Unfortunately, we still have our biggest story still in place. Southbound 65, the right lane remains blocked with an overturned semi at West Street. It's also closed the off-ramp to West Street. Been that way since tip-top of the morning, and doesn't look like it's going anywhere soon. Northbound 65 through the roadwork between Raymond and the South Split also still heavy. And we've got north side delays left over headed eastbound on 465 from Michigan to Meridian. Traffic is sponsored by B Window. Transform your bath and double the value. It's B Window's Black Friday bath sale. Buy one bath, get one free, plus no interest, no payments for 24 months. Call now or visit bwindow.com. I'm Dominic Fortini with traffic on the 5s. Follow us on X at WIBC Traffic.
54 degrees in the American Standard Heating Weather Center. The time is 8:36.
Remember lining up before dawn on Black Friday? Those days might be gone, but the excitement isn't. Great Lakes Honda Fishers is keeping Black Friday alive all month long. This week only, lease a 2025 Accord SE for $299 a month with 0 down and register to win a $500 Visa gift card. Visit Great Lakes Honda Fishers off State Road 37 or at GreatLakesHondaFishers.com, where every day is Black Friday. Tax not included with approved credit through Honda Financial. In-stock new Hondas only, not combinable with other offers. $10K a year. All fees and first payment due at signing. Offer ends November 9th. See dealer for details.
Picture this. Your career ends, your paycheck stops. Suddenly you're conducting your retirement with no sheet music. Don't let that happen. I'm Jason Hutchins, and after years of guiding Hoosier families through retirement planning, I put together some of the most important lessons into one simple, easy-to-read book, Orchestrate Your Retirement, a guide to composing a financially tuned plan. Get a copy mailed to you at no cost. Call 317-660-929. That's 317-660-929. This book is packed with real-world stories and strategies on income, Social Security, taxes, and how to protect what you've worked so hard to build. Call Guardian Wells Financial at 317-660-929. That's 660-929 and ask for your copy. No pressure, no strings attached. Supplies are limited, so when they're gone, they're gone. Orchestrate your retirement. The rhythm of your future starts here.
Investment advisory services offered through Creative One Wealth LLC, a registered investment advisor. Guardian Wells Financial is not affiliated with Creative One Wealth or with any government agency. Licensed insurance professionals.
It's time to fill up on the news, presented by Simple Quarters. Need to sell your home without the hassle? Sell your home to people you can trust. Call Simple Quarters, 317-900-HOME, 317-900-HOME. Dow futures are down 121. NASDAQ futures are down 156. Tony Katz, 93 WIBC. Good morning. Good to be with you. And we still We don't have any numbers. We don't have any BLS movement because of the government shutdown. Oil prices $59.89 on the West Texas crude. On that Brent crude, $63.79. That is the barrel price. The 10-year Treasury still above 4% at 4.095. Gold prices, they have been in flux. $39.96 an ounce. $3,996 an ounce. Silver up a little bit. $48.50 an ounce. If you have family or you are flying, you better get ready for some delays. Air traffic controllers are not there, and there's going to be a real effect. And the Democratic Party is going to seemingly, shockingly, but maybe not surprisingly, is that the way to say it? They're going to take this shutdown as far as they can, and they will take it into Thanksgiving. And yes, I've had the conversation, having the conversation with my mother. I have no idea if you're going to be able to make it here or not. I have no clue whether or not you're going to fly up, and you're going to have that conversation with Grandma and Mima and Pop-Pop and whatever you call them. Although I will admit, personally, I'm opposed to the idea of Pop-Pop. I don't know. Something about it doesn't work for me. But who am I? I'm not your Pop-Pop. So you're going to have those conversations regarding Thanksgiving, because this is coming. There's no end to the government shutdown in sight. Zero. Less than zero. They want it. This is the way it's going to be. As I have promised, or as I have stated, I won't get worked up by this. But I do believe there are ways to handle this. And the Republican Party needs to give a much stronger response than Speaker Johnson gives, and I think Speaker Johnson has done an admirable job. But we are now in a new place. And the new place is, listen, we've passed a continuing resolution 14 different times. It's clear that Chuck Schumer is okay with kids starving to death so he can get political power. We say screw him and the horse he rode in on and his raw cheeseburgers. We're not doing this. The continuing resolution is there. When Senate Democrats care more about Americans than they do about power, we'll be there to vote for it. And that's it. And leave it. And leave it. And now you've got a judge saying that the administration has to fund SNAP in full. And the administration is saying, how in the world do we do this? And the judge's like, I don't care. A judge can order the federal government to spend money when senators won't vote to spend the money? Can the judge order the payment of air traffic controllers and the military as well? Or is it just food benefits? I think the judge is out of their minds. This is for senators to handle. Are judges running this country? Because that can't be good. Because I didn't vote for these judges. Did vote for representatives, and you did too. But the way to handle this is to say, we've done everything we can. This is on you. And if you say to me, well, Trump wants to get rid of the filibuster, you can get rid of the filibuster and pass this. Do we have any idea what we're opening there? Any idea of what we're opening if we get rid of the 60-vote threshold? What happens if you lose the Senate? Well, they're going to do it anyway. They might, but what happens if you've already done it? And what are you going to get accomplished in the next year? What are you going to get done? Are you ready? Have you done the whip counts? You can't just go at this willy-nilly. You have to have a plan. And I do not believe the White House has the plan. They've got an emotion. I don't work on emotions. With family, I work on emotions. And I try not to, but it's family. Everything else, have a plan. And the plan for Democrats is, you want dead kids. I think you are low-life scumbags. You want to vote for dead kids by not voting for a continuing resolution, starving kids. You're disgusting. I wouldn't let you in my house. But when you come to your senses, we'll be there to vote for the continuing resolution. Have a nice day. Have a nice day. Bye, Felicia. I have no idea if Republicans will do it or not. You want to vote for air traffic controllers to have to work Uber jobs. There's nothing wrong with working an Uber job, by the way. But this is what you want. You want people not to be with their families, just like you didn't want them with their families during COVID. You are a disgusting, ugly party. We'll be there when you get your heads on straight, like John Fetterman. When you start acting more like John Fetterman, we'll be right there. Until then, bah. That's how it has to happen. It's how it has to happen. And while this is happening, donate to your local food pantry. Do it now. Do it today. People are going to suffer. It's going to stay. We have too many people on these programs. I wholeheartedly agree. That doesn't mean that everybody on these programs is a bad person. And I'm not taking it out on them. And I don't think we as Hoosiers or we as human beings should do so. Your local food bank. If you can, you give this week and next week and the week after. People need help. And if Democrats want to be these disgusting slobs, and if senators of all stripes can't figure out how to get their act together, well, it's gross, and it's a pox on all our houses. But I'm not going to let my neighbor starve because of it. That's insane. That's insane. Let's check in with Dominic Fortini as he's got the WIBC Traffic Center. He's in for Matt Baer today. What's going on, Dominic?
5 construction work still slows things down. Raymond into the south split on the north side. Leftover delays eastbound between Ditch and Meridian. But the overturned semi continues to block the right lane southbound 65 at West Street, as well as keeping the exit ramp to West Street closed. Heavy delays begin back at King Street, northbound 465 on the east side. Still plenty busy from I-70 to Pendleton Pike. Traffic is sponsored by B Window. It's B Window's biggest sale of the year. Get up to 68% off, plus no interest, no payments for 24 months. Call now or go to bwindow.com. I'm Dominic Fortini with traffic on the 5s. Follow us on X at WIBC Traffic.
We have got ourselves 54 degrees in the American Standard Heating Weather Center. The time is 8:45.
Fall is here, and if that means it's time for new flooring in your home, then Brothers Floor Covering is ready to help. Brand new carpet, hardwoods, laminates, and luxury vinyl plank in stock now. Plus, Brothers Floor Covering can get your new flooring installed in as little as a few weeks. Visit Brothers Floor Covering today at their new location, 8550 Michigan Road. Discover why buying local means receiving more, not paying more. Get the flooring of your dreams installed now. Stop in today or visit brothers-floorcovering.com.
WIBC cares, and if you or someone you care about needs food assistance, we have resources for you, including food distribution locations with an interactive map. Also, learn how you can make a difference for friends and neighbors in need, all at WIBC.com.
Fall is great in Indy, so don't ruin it by painting. Do what Mike did. He called Rhino Shield.
Our home is basically a contemporary, and we just started noticing that the paint was just fading and just looked like garbage. We had received a postcard from Rhino Shield, and we decided to take a look at it.
Rhino Shield's formulated for our specific climate here in Indiana.
The process with Rhino Shield and their crew, they were just very conscientious. We had problems in the past with painters. They leave debris and everything. Well, we didn't have that with Rhino Shield.
Way better than paint, backed by a 25-year warranty. Right now, get the guaranteed protection of Rhino Shield for 15% off the regular price.
The thing about the Rhino Shield, the heat gain has been reduced, and we save $70 a month. You don't hear that about any type of paint.
Here's Rhino Shield's Shane Smith.
This offer is limited, so call me at 888-RHINO-41. That's 888-RHINO-41.
Don't paint.
Don't vinyl.
Go Rhino.
Paint your house again. Rhino Shield.
Struggling with chronic joint pain? Don't want risky surgery or endless pills? QC Kinetics is your answer. Our non-invasive treatment stimulates your body's own biologics and has a fantastic success rate without lengthy recovery or harmful medications. Ready to live your life pain-free? Go to qckinetics.com/Indianapolis or call 317-559-PAIN and get a no-obligation consultation. Whether it's stem cell, PRP, or a number of other revolutionary therapies, QC Kinetics should be the last call you make. Call 317-559-PAIN.
An official message from Medicare.
Medicare plans change from one year to the next. And this year, it's important for you to review your current coverage and compare all your options during Medicare open enrollment. Compare health plans, drug coverage, and costs. See if you can save some money, and don't forget to make sure your drugs are covered. Open enrollment ends December 7th. Visit Medicare.gov or call 1-800-MEDICARE.
Paid for by the U.S. Department of Health and Human Services.
What's Jeff Saturday up to these days?
Retiring from football means a lot of things for a guy like me. It means more time to pick up some hobbies, like baking, puzzles, and some gardening. It also means pinching pennies. And that's why I look for unclaimed property at indianaunclaimed.gov. Look, it's your money, and they want you to have it. So check indianaunclaimed.gov or text Jeff to 46220 and search now.
Time to play America's favorite game. What the heck is that television theme song? Here is how we play. Producer Carl has picked a television theme song from yesteryear, and I have to guess what it is. Now, the problem is this sounds very familiar. Like, this sounds like it's in, like, the One Tree Hill kind of category.
It's a
the
Friday
chat
show.
room- What was that?
Friday is in the title.
Yes, and the chat room got it right. This is the theme to Friday Night Lights. But they're also, because Matt Bear isn't here today, they're filling the Matt Bear role and saying, well, Tony, that's the theme to the Care Bears. Bravissimo. Bravissimo. Well done. Well done, well done, well done. I was on the Sean Spicer show yesterday, and now I've got people from Axios clipping quotes from me because I was talking about Scott Bessent and not the most positive terms. 2-minute response. I clipped 13 seconds. That must be it. Guys, so it goes. On Tony Katz today at noon, we're going to get into this messaging battle, this messaging conversation, and fighting with force. And it can't be all Trump all the time. And Trump can't get his way all the time. No, don't get rid of the filibuster. Yes, leave the shutdown at Democrats' feet and say we're done here. And get nasty about it. Don't be kind. Don't be sweet. Don't speak in soft, dulcet tones. Hit him. Hit him over the head. See, that's what makes Trump so good at this. Because he's willing to hit you over the head. And people are like, that's just so beneath America. Democrats do it all the time. You said of Paul Ryan, he wants to push grandma off a cliff. Sorry, Democrats, you don't get to play the game of, well, you know, we're decent. No. Well, also, I wasn't planning on discussing redistricting, but another poll shows Hoosiers oppose the Republican redistricting power grab. The power grab conversation is amongst the dopiest conversations out there. And it's utilized by people who have no idea that we're talking about something political. Of course it's about power. That's why California did it. That's why Maryland's doing it. I'd appreciate it if everybody would grow up. It is a tool the left is using to say we don't want it here because it hurts us. With all due respect, you lost. Isn't that supposed to be the answer? Isn't that what I learned from Barack Obama? You lost. And Republicans have this capability, and it's a fully legal process, and the people can vote them out of office. I can think of nothing more natural than this kind of progression. It's nothing more American than this kind of progression. Your state legislator does something you don't like, you vote him out of office. The power grab conversation is a conversation for ridiculous people who want to throw a pretend stat in the air and think that it matters. It isn't utilized by serious people engaged in a serious conversation. It's utilized by people who are very desperate and not people who are very factual. It's a power grab. You mean the party in power utilizing the power? Eric Holder said if Democrats win the House and the Senate, they should pack the court. He is admitting to utilizing the power. But if Republicans want to redistrict in the state of Indiana, that's a power grab. Shut up. And I've got Republicans, feel the air quotes, falling for that crap. Pseudo-intellectualism is not something we should aspire to. Oh, good gosh. But I don't know what Republicans are going to do. I don't know if they're going to redistrict or not. I just listened to the power grab thing and realized that the Indiana Democratic Party is full of it. And when I think back to where I was last week in Vigo County in that listening session with Senator Gregory Good, you had 71 people speaking against redistricting, and a lot of people said power grab. They have no idea what they're saying. No civics engagement whatsoever. They don't understand. Of course it's about power. The end. To which the Democratic Party is completely willing to let children starve to get power. Everybody within the sound of my voice knows that I'm making sense, but the progressive can't handle it, so they'll now call me a racist or a bigot, or they'll send some troll after me. We are making the rational point. When they engage with power, somehow it's decent. When Republicans do it, somehow it's evil. Could we stop it? I need people who will pull up their pants, let them drop, and then you know what I mean by let them drop, because I don't mean the pants, and then go about saying this is what we're doing. I will discuss it on Tony Katz today at noon. I might be losing friends, but damn it, I sleep well. Dominic Fortini, good work today. What's going on, man?
Lantern Road remains closed at Fishers Point Boulevard after a gas issue last night. Meanwhile, we're still seeing the heavy delays around an overturned semi taking out the right lane near West Street. Watch for some double-digit slowdowns to begin near King Street, southbound 65. The exit ramp to West also remains closed. As part of that, most of the rest of our delays continue to thin out, but we've got some roadwork slowdowns northbound 65 Raymond into the South Split. Traffic is sponsored by B Window. Transform your bath and double the value. It's B Window's Black Friday bath sale. Buy one bath, get one free. Plus no interest, no payments for 24 months. Call now or visit bwindow.com. I'm Dominic Fortini with traffic on the 5s. Follow us on X at WIBC Traffic.
Comcast Business can help turn your small business into a connected, secure, modern business. It's how retailers become constantly connecting must-visit shops. How restaurants become reliably up and running neighborhood favorites. How healthcare offices become the data-protecting caregivers that we all depend on. And how wealth management firms become cyber-securing guardians of your information. With reliable connectivity, enhanced cybersecurity, and Wi-Fi backup, your business can stay connected and get threat ready with Comcast Business, powering possibilities.
Get started with our reliable business internet. Plus, stay connected when you add Wi-Fi backup for just $35 a month. And ask about a $400 prepaid card on a qualifying gig bundle. Call today. Restrictions apply. Wireless Connect requires business internet for additional monthly charge. Taxes and other fees extra. Prepaid card offer ends 11/16/25.
It's Terry Stacy. How many of you started the year with good intentions of losing weight and getting in shape by spring? Well, if you didn't hit that goal, Exercise Inc. can help. Exercise Inc. has been helping people get stronger, build muscle, lose weight, and transform their health for over 20 years. The program works, and guess what? It only takes 20 minutes a week. Their unique training method was developed in an osteoporosis research study to help prevent bone mineral loss in older women. The women in the study ended up getting very strong in a short amount of time. When the method was applied to normal, healthy adults, both men and women got a lot stronger. Their Simple 9 nutritional program has helped their clients lose over 37,000 pounds since 2013, and they've seen clients lower their blood pressure, improve their blood sugar, and get off prescription meds. Their coaches are professional, their gyms are private. Get started now before summer gets here. Locations in Avon, Brownsburg, Fishers, Greenwood, and Zionsville. Change your life in 20 minutes a week. Go to exerciseinc.com.
Welcome to Tire Discounters. Oh, hiya, Phantom.
Mike, is it true?
What's that?
Tire Discounters is offering up to $200 off sets of Goodyear tires?
Absolutely.
Plus free alignment and a full synthetic oil change?
You got it.
I'm not one to exaggerate, but that may be the best deal in the history of the world.
But free would be better.
Mike, don't toy with me.
Through the holidays, every day we're open, someone will get their money back on 4 tires.
But I...
Just breathe, Phantom. Breathe.
No purchase necessary. Ends 12/31/25. Visit website for details.
Growing your retail business is easier with Shopify Point of Sale. Shopify POS connects your entire retail store, in-store, online, and social media on one platform. It's built for how customers shop today and for how they'll shop tomorrow. The result? Smoother checkouts and deeper customer relationships that pay off and keep them coming back. Ready to grow with Shopify POS? Visit shopify.com/switch now for more details. That's shopify.com/switch now.
David was in big trouble with the IRS.
At first, I didn't owe that much, but after this year, it was out of control.
Then David called Get a Tax Lawyer.
Right away, they were like, oh yeah, looks like you're qualified to save.
Get a Tax Lawyer went to work.
Should have called way sooner.
Get a Tax Lawyer has helped thousands like David fight the IRS and get a fresh start.
Call 800-745-3070. That's 800-745-3070.
Hey, this is Rob.
And this is Casey.
Job cuts for October, highest in 22 years.
Join us Friday, 9 until noon on 93 WIBC.
Coming up in 2 minutes from the Technology Recyclers Studios, who Attorney General Todd Rokita is filing a lawsuit against this week, where a woman was shot and killed late last night. What Fishers police